Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The NCAA Men's Basketball National Championship will take place tonight between the Yukon Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines. Tip-off is scheduled for 8:50. Michigan is a heavy 7.5-point favorite. The women's champ was crowned last night after UCLA crushed South Carolina 79-51. This is the first national title in program history for the Lady Bruins. On the diamond, the Guardians split a doubleheader with the Cubs yesterday, while the Reds won 2-1, completing a 3-game sweep of the Rangers down in Texas. And on the ice, the Columbus Blue Jackets losing streak is up to 6 after a 2-1 loss to Winnipeg on Saturday. The CBJ are currently 2 points out of a playoff spot with 5 games left to play. This update is sponsored by Ramos Roofing. Request your free roof or exterior assessment today at ramosroofingohio.com. Ramos Roofing, reliable, local, built right. Breaking sports news on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast?
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Featuring producer Dylan.
We're the 5 best rappers of all time.
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Monday to you. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning. Go to hell. Tyvis, how was your Easter weekend? Happy Easter to all who celebrate.
It was good. I went up to Worcester with my in-laws. We did our, usually we do like a Easter dinner or lunch. We did not do that this year. We celebrated it the night before because, let's just call it what it is. Nobody wanted to cook. It was kind of a lazy thing. So,
Yeah.
And I understand because it's a lot of food to prepare for everybody. So they just we all went to dinner the night before at a restaurant. It was really nice. You know, I haven't seen them in quite some time. Kind of busy a lot. So yeah, it was good. It was just good to be around all the family.
Yeah, we did the same thing. Went over to my parents' house. They did also similar, where they said we don't feel like completely cooking, so they went kind of halfway.
Yeah.
And they got Cracker Barrel to make some food, and then they heated it up, warmed it, and then they had a ham that they put it. So we had that. But that was good.
Now
And
the one thing I missed is that I did not get any deviled eggs. And that really, it cut me very, very deep.
You can completely miss me with deviled eggs.
You don't like deviled eggs?
Never liked on Easter?
The deviled eggs.
This is right. You can't have deviled eggs on Easter. That's counterintuitive.
The God eggs. Anyways.
They were, what was it, Lucifer? Before he became the devil, he was an angel. So you can have, that's fine.
Every time I get some of those, it never makes it to the seat. I be in line. I don't even put it on the plate. I just grab it and go ahead and just pop it. Boom.
That's exactly what when I stop and get a McChicken on the way to Taco Bell. That's what that's an appetizer on the way to the main course. You just stop and you get that. And, yeah, that's exactly what you do. It's totally fine. I am relating 100% to you, Tyvis. Not fat at all. Definitely not a foodie.
If you're doing that, you need to stop.
No, you know what? What I hear, stop is another word for quit. And you know what quitting is? That's right. I'm not doing any loser talk around here.
And then I had to explain. Then I just explained to T-Bone the Pooh Shiesty versus Gucci Mane.
I got the whole details on this.
I think he got it. He got it.
Here's. Let me see if I can sum it up.
Go ahead.
Gucci Mane is about that life. He has been in jail for lots of things. He has a label.
Yes.
He has a guy named Pooh Shiesty who is on his label.
Yes.
And they had beef because of a previous incident involving another person and a funeral.
Big scar.
And he and Gucci Mane did not want to pick up the tab for the funeral.
Correct.
Okay. And Pooh Shiesty felt that was bad. So Pooh Shiesty came to his office and said, "Let me out of my rap contract."
Correct.
Gucci said no.
Yes.
And then Pooh Shiesty said, "How about now?" and pulled out some kind of weapon.
Yes, Draco.
Allegedly. And then
Draco, baby AK.
Sure enough. That's Andre Kirilenko, my guy. Sure. That's right. Anyway. No, so then he goes and says, "All right, I will sign this because I know this won't matter because I can just sign it. I can tell people you point a gun at me. We'll rip that up in court."
Yep.
And then he said, "You know what, Pooh Shiesty says, while I'm here, give me all the stuff you have." So he's committed a real robbery.
That's right.
So the dilemma that our friend Gucci Mane finds himself in, if I'm to understand this correctly, is that
Well, Pooh Shiesty and 6 other people, his father, his best friend, Big 30, and like 5 other people.
they were all in the room.
They all got,
and they all got
picked up by the feds.
They all got pinched.
Yes.
That's how the gangsters. Muggsy, they pinched him. You know, like that's the. Yeah, see, we got to bust him out of the slammer. Yeah. Anyway, everyone has cigars and weird hats.
This is
so
correct.
anyway. Okay, so they all get picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're in jail.
Yes.
Awaiting trial.
Correct.
And the dilemma that presents to our friend Gucci Mane is that if he goes and in the courtroom, there will be a lawyer and a judge that will put him on the stand and say, do you see the man who robbed you?
Yes.
And if he points to those men and says, yes, Your Honor, that is those guys right there,
yes.
Mr. Shiesty himself, Pooh is there, then he is presented with the dilemma that he will lose all credibility.
That's a fact.
All credibility.
It's over with. It's over with.
Well,
he will not then be making music with Kirk Franklin. Let's just say that. He will be a gospel singer.
What's wrong with that? There's plenty of good gospel music out there. I mean, who doesn't among us love a little?
I'm just telling you right now.
You're saying he can't go out there and be like, if you roll up on me, I will do this and thus and that to you. That is done for him.
That's it.
Well, you know what? That's quite the pickle.
It is.
That is
it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
The new album on Snitch Records is coming out. You can't do that.
I will say that Gucci Mane is 50 years old nowadays. So maybe some people could say, you know what, I understand, but I'm just telling you right now.
Can I say as a man in his mid-40s now, you say 50 like that's old, and I'm like, that's actually not that old. I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, that's not really that old.
Oh, T-Bone.
That's, yeah, see, it sneaks up on you like that. So.
T-Bone explained that so well that I'm afraid he's going to leave us for the Breakfast Club. That was pretty good.
Oh, you can tell you if Charlemagne calls. I mean, I'm sorry, no offense, but like I don't get it. I get credibility points from you, but then if I go to hang out with Charlemagne, it's over. Like that's done. That's me and Charlemagne the God will be making. I don't know what money he makes. I'm guessing it's good, but no, that's yeah. All right, thank you for. But by the way, I knew none of that until Tyvis. That's how well you explained it to me.
You know, I try to do what I can.
But this is what I do with my kids when like we go over some kind of math problem or something in homework. I then say, all right, now I explained it. You explain it back to me, so I know that you understood it.
Correct.
So that was me showing you, yes, Father, I have understood what you said. Just like your Cardale's dad, you're also becoming my dad. So thank you for that. Rod Smith can have a problem with that. So, by the way, also, we wished a happy Easter, everybody. Happy Passover to everyone who is celebrating that as well. I was unaware because I don't know how things work and I'm stupid. Apparently, Passover runs from April 1st through April 9th this year. So, it's still ongoing.
So, got 3 days.
Yeah. So, if you are in the midst of your celebrations there, and if there are other celebrations we missed, happy whatever those are as well to you and yours. And I mean that with all respect. I just also mean that I'm dumb and I don't know what other celebrations are happening. I will tell you yesterday, as someone who, went to church a lot, my wife looked at me and said, do you want to go to church this morning? Because
no.
And I said, do I have to? And she said, are you going to be grumpy? And I said, yes. And she said, then don't come. And I said, great, I will stay home. So they went, they had a good time. I stayed home and listened to metal records, and I had a good time.
You did the exact opposite.
I did actually. I did. You know what though? It's fine. We gotta find our own.
It's you can praise who you want in different ways. You know.
That's right. Yes.
Some people like to sing gospel. You like to listen to metal records.
That's exactly right.
Nothing wrong with that. Let them live.
You know, that's the thing is, I feel like if I would have gone to church yesterday, if I would have gone to like one of those, like some people love foreign films. They love art house foreign films. Everything's in subtitles. The whole movie is people just going,
it's people that love that?
Oh, there's people that like, oh, this movie is great.
To read the movie the entire time.
But then you watch the movie with them and it's somebody going, like, there's just people sitting in a room. They say nothing for 5 minutes and then someone goes, we? And the other one goes, no. And then that's like 5 more minutes of silence. Like, brilliant movie. And I'm like, I would hate that. Why would I go to that? If you like it, enjoy it. I mean, I don't know if they would call it that, but my point is, I don't want to go to something that I'm not going to be like the people who are at Easter. People who go to church on Easter, you're into it. If I'm not into it, why would I go there and kill the vibe? So I just stayed home. I said, that's better for me. Same as if I went to a movie like that, I would be like, there's nobody talking. What are we doing? Like, I would be mad watching an art house foreign film. That wouldn't work for me. Same thing with
the church stuff. It's just like, if that's your thing, great. I let you live. It's not for me.
That's some people's tradition. I think I'm starting a new one. Yesterday, I went to the Whitney House in Worthington for Easter brunch.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
I've heard of the Whitney House.
Whitney?
Yes. I had the steak and eggs, Tyvis. You know I'm a bacon fanatic, so I just threw the bacon on the side. 2-meat breakfast.
You just couldn't do without it.
No, I couldn't not. I couldn't say
Steak,
no.
eggs, and bacon.
Yes, and potatoes.
Straight protein.
Yes.
What sounds bad about that?
I ain't
sounds
saying
delicious.
nothing. I asked him a question.
I gained a good amount of healthy weight yesterday, Tyvis.
I want to point out to you.
lifting too?
Nah, just eating. Just lifting my fork.
You're getting your protein. Just not doing the lifting part of the workout regimen. That's
Sad.
fine. Nothing wrong
Had
with
a
that.
mimosa. It's the first time I had some alcohol in a while. Was doing all the things yesterday.
Hey, look at that. Now, I will tell you, the other night, when I was off Thursday, Friday, part of the reason I was off.
Mr.
'cause
PTO.
I was off Wednesday, did the double dip. Yep. With Common Man. Came in and
how
did the
was
afternoon
that?
show. It was fine.
Okay.
Leaving here at 6 o'clock, I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. This absolutely sucks. Getting home at 6:45, I was like, nah, it's good. I'm almost ready for bed by that time now. Nope, that's not good for me. So I had Thursday off, and Thursday night I went to a concert, which involved some hardcore bands, one of which is called Angel Dust.
It's a laundromat.
No, this one was across from the laundromat at Ace of Cups. But yes, it was in the vicinity of. It was right across the
Did
street.
they have a wall of death?
Oh, yeah. Everybody. Then an ambulance came. Someone had to leave it in an ambulance. Oh, yeah. The lead singer.
Oh, man, I missed the good one.
Oh, you did. The lead singer of Haywire, this band, someone got knocked out or something during one of the songs.
Oh, really?
And so people start doing the X thing where they're holding up their hands and he's like, what's wrong? And they're like, he's knocked out. And he's like, well, get him to a hospital. What do you want me to do about it?
Wait a minute.
And they drag this guy out the door. And then when we left, the show was over. There's an ambulance out there.
Why didn't you film it and send it to me?
I'm not filming.
Film it and send it to me.
I didn't know it was happening. I was in the moment. I was trying not to keep my phone up. However, so Haywire played, Angel Dust played. Angel Dust Money is just one of the best bands ever. But I was listening to some Angel Dust, and I was with my friend Tony Galifo. Shout out to him.
Tony G.
Thursday, we're at this concert, and the Jackets are playing. And he pulls up his phone during the concert and is like, look at this bleep. And I'm like, yeah. So as I'm sitting there, I had an epiphany. And I actually have for you, this is a little Angel Dust to get you going this morning. This is the Jackets theme song for this year. It's a song called Set Me Up. And this is what the Blue Jackets are doing to us right now. Enjoy. That's it. Set me up to knock me down.
Did they play this at the concert?
Yes.
So you was a little more into it after you seen the score.
I had an epiphany. 10 shots on goal Thursday. Saturday, better. 16 shots on goal. We'll talk about this stupid Jackets team next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
New construction starting over on the west side. It's going to be a ramp closure on that Hilliard Rome Road ramp to 70 westbound. That is starting today, folks, and lasting for 60 days. That's an estimation of early June. As for that detour, just passing that ramp, continuing along southbound Hilliard Rome Road, that taking West Broad Street all the way towards 142. Once you get there, head northbound, get you back going 70 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Pelotonia has proven there are no limits to community impact. We've raised more than $339 million for innovative cancer research at the James at Ohio State. Now, new routes let anyone be part of Ride Weekend. Mountain biking, trail running, and hiking join Gravel Day. And Pelotonia Kids welcomes our youngest riders because there's only one finish line that matters: ending cancer. Register today.
The new Chicken and Cheddar Rancher is here at Firehouse Subs. Protein packed with grilled chicken breast, crispy bacon, melted cheddar, and creamy buttermilk ranch. A trusted favorite elevated Firehouse Subs style. Grab the new Chicken and Cheddar Rancher today. And remember, Firehouse Subs Catering is perfect to feed your team for any game day event. Visit the restaurant or skip the line and order through the Firehouse Subs app. You'll be thankful you did. Only at Firehouse Subs at participating U.S. restaurants.
Menards.com business accounts are built for pros. Need to buy more materials for the Johnson house? Order it online and keep it straight with job name tracking. Need help managing purchases? Easily look up receipts and run transaction reports to make bookkeeping a breeze. Running short on time? Send an employee to get what you need with authorized purchasers. Best of all, it's secure and fast. Spend more time on the job. Create a Menards.com business account today.
Save big money at Menards. Colin Man here for Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Oh, Mikey, did you know something new is coming and it's right around the corner?
What is it?
Now you can stay while you play. It's the all-new Hollywood Casino Columbus Hotel. It's coming June 12th, and we want you to celebrate with us as we open the doors with a can't-miss concert and festival.
And here's something for you this month. It's the Win Your Way drawings on select Wednesdays and Saturdays. You can score $100,000. Plus, coming in May, it's the Hollywood Tribute Concert Series.
Ooh, must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Tax time is here, folks. That refund burning a hole in your pocket? Or maybe you're just ready for something bigger, tougher, more you? Head to Capital Ford in Whitehall and drive home in a brand new F-150, Explorer, Bronco, or Mustang with incredible tax time savings. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 60 months on select models, plus qualified buyers can defer payments for up to 90 days. At Capital Ford, you'll find great rates, flexible terms, and approval power that get you behind the wheel fast. Visit CapitalFordAtColumbus.com today. See dealer for details. Not all buyers qualify.
Our teachers are really the ones on the front lines every day seeing the changing needs of our students. So when the teachers here in Bay Village recognized that there were ways that we could better support the needs of our students, our association worked collaboratively with district leadership to provide care coordinators, school psychologists, and additional counseling resources that have already positively impacted our students. My name is Margot Newman. I'm a proud member of the Bay Teachers Association because strong unions make strong public schools for our students.
We plant trees because people need trees, and when planted in the right place, they have great impact. Trees help slow climate change, filter our air and water, foster biodiversity, and strengthen our communities. They create the kind of transformational change the world needs now. April is a month filled with opportunities to care for and plant trees. For planting resources, contact an Ohio ISA certified arborist who can help you learn how to take the best care of your trees. Visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Bishop and Friends.
Right next to the big cross where you get Uranus fudge.
Oh, yeah. The best fudge. It's the best.
Can we confirm that?
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will see some showers and storms this morning. Otherwise, skies turn cloudy, especially into the mid-morning with temperatures in the 40s. For this afternoon, we will see partly sunny skies and warm, breezy winds with highs soaring into the low 80s. And then for tonight, chances of isolated showers and storms overnight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and breezy with lows in the mid-60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Shout out to the UCLA Bruins. The men's basketball program has won a number of NCAA titles, but I didn't realize till yesterday that is the first time ever UCLA's women's basketball program has won the NCAA tournament. And I saw that they were cutting down the nets, and the thought hit me as the confetti's coming down. They destroyed South Carolina. If you didn't see that,
they did.
It was over by halftime.
And Gino was somewhere smiling.
Gino Ariema can rest in the knowledge of knowing that he couldn't have beat either of these teams with his great UConn team. Couldn't have hung with UCLA, at least not in that game. The way they played last night, unreal. However, I will say, congratulations to them. The thought occurs to me. Oh,
yeah.
The next time they're cutting down the nets for a women's national championship, it is going to be right here in the 614. Columbus will be hosting the 2027 women's Final Four. So
we got to put some work in. We got to get some. We got to go portaling.
Yes, we do.
Just imagine if Lauren Betts was on our team.
Well, imagine if you had, what do they have, 7 seniors on that UCLA team?
Yeah.
I saw the stat, and I'm probably butchering the exact number. I know it was in this range, that UCLA's seniors in their in the tournament, the last 170, I think it was 174 points that were scored by UCLA's women's basketball team in this tournament.
It's all seniors.
All seniors. I mean, when you have a starting 5 and your bench players are all seniors, I mean, that is kind of going to happen.
You know how hard it is to go an entire season and only lose one game?
Unbelievable.
They lost one game to Texas.
Yes, unreal.
That's insane.
Yeah, you know what? They deserve. They are a deserving champion.
And now all we need is the Wolverines in the Big Ten that won men's basketball, women's basketball, and football.
You rooting for that, Tyvis?
We need that?
I don't. Listen, Tyvis Powell is not rooting for it. However, the Big Ten employee Tyvis is.
Nope. I can't root for that.
But Tyvis Powell, the man you hear right now, am not rooting for that.
That's gross. I don't like that. You know what else I don't like, Tyvis? I don't like it when my windows are failing with their insulation. I don't like it when they're letting in all that cool air in the winter or that hot air in the summer. That's why you need to talk to my friends at Window Nation. It's a great time to open your windows in the spring when the temperatures allow. Maybe not this morning. But if your windows are broken, busted, they always stick, that's a time to know that you need to replace those windows. And Window Nation has the more you buy, the more you save sale going on right now. You can save up to 50% off all the windows for your home. Plus, you can get them with 0% interest financing for 5 years. So during these uncertain times, one of the best investments they say you can make is in your home. And with windows, the experts say they hold 80% of their value when you put that into your home. So it's a good investment for your house, and you'll just feel better knowing that you got your windows taken care of with a great deal from Window Nation. Backed by a warranty, by a lifetime guarantee, and also A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau from Window Nation. So call them today. Or actually go to their website. That's where they do things. WindowNation.com to get your free estimate. WindowNation.com to schedule your fast free estimate right now from Window Nation.
I hadn't realized that Severson was getting season-ending surgery.
Oh, yeah. Damon Severson done with the Jackets. That's.
Why do you say it like that?
What do you mean?
Is it?
No. I'm sorry. Done this year.
Yeah. Say it like that.
Trust me. He's under contract. Pretty sure he's under contract. I don't think
sending him to hell.
No. No, he's not. I'm not saying he's. You know what? I am actually sending him to hell.
The Jackets. I'm like,
right. Sorry, it's over. It's done. Send him to hell. I guess I don't know. I've got to tell you, they might be in hell right now because on Saturday against Winnipeg, Provorov scored Columbus's first goal with just a minute 17 into the game. Okay, The Blue Jackets then went more than 25 minutes without another shot on goal as Winnipeg took control of that game. And then we know what happened. They won 2-1. Jackets had 16 shots on goal in that game, better than the 10 they had against Carolina, which was like an all-time franchise low. And, I mean, could not pick a worse time to have these offensive woes for this team. Money Puck this morning says that the Blue Jackets have a 24% chance of making the playoffs.
We win.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me?
No.
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Yeah, right.
I cannot believe that we on this long of a streak of losing 2 or 6
6 to be exact. Yes.
6 games.
Well, what have I told you?
6 games. Just help me understand. Just help me understand. You was right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I ain't saying win all 6-2. You give me just 2.
8 days ago, they were second in the Metro.
Yeah.
Give me just 2.
Now, look, they're not out of it. They can still get in it, okay? That's the one little caveat I'm going to throw out here. But I'm not saying that for positivity. I'm saying that because that's just what someone is going to throw up in the comments or someone's going to hit you with is, oh, but they still have a chance. Yeah, they're not technically out.
No, they're not out.
Spiritually, emotionally, every other way, they are out. They are not mathematically out, and they are obviously, they win a few games, everybody changes the narrative, but
I'm going to tell you what happened.
What do you see right now that looks positive for this Jackets team?
I'm going to tell you.
Nothing.
They got broken.
Who broke them?
Boston.
Yeah.
You know what? That's
that Boston
true.
game broke them.
You're right.
I think it did.
I think you're right.
Ever since then, they ain't played well since that loss.
No, but I look at this team now and I see. I'll give you a few observations. One, Kirill Marchenko, good player, solid player. Well, that's what I was going to say. Not ready for prime time.
Where has he been?
Well, the people who thought like this is when the playoffs. Like, this is playoff hockey that you're playing now. You are playing teams in the playoffs or that will be against you in the playoffs, and he has been non-existent. And, I mean, look, Fantilli hasn't been great. Lots of guys have not carried the weight, okay? But with Kirill Marchenko, I'm putting it a little bit on him because he is believed to be this team's primary goal scorer. He has shown himself to be, quote unquote, like their go-to guy.
Yeah.
And that just shows you this offseason, you cannot bank on him being your number one scorer on a playoff level team. He's a good player. He's got a bright future, all those things. He needs some help around him to be successful. He cannot be the primary scorer on this team. Adam Fantilli has got to step it up, and he has time to do so over his career. They are putting a lot on this guy, but it's also, what is this, year 3 for him? Let's not beat around the bush that, like, there are designs on him becoming a leader of this team and maybe someday having the letter on his shirt and all that stuff. If that's the way it's going to be, then you've got to own these moments. You've got to be better in these moments. So, yeah, there's definitely some discussion there for these guys that are young, that have bright futures, but are not getting the job done right now in crunch time.
I love to argue with people about the definition of a must win. And I've been told the past couple of games have been must wins.
Let me tell you.
And they have lost them and they're still in it. This next game,
tomorrow,
the guy who never likes to say must win unless it's mathematically relevant to say so, it's a must win tomorrow. Because if they don't get any points and they lose to Detroit, because who they're playing against. They can't afford for Detroit to pick up 2 points and then not to pick up any points. The Jackets need to do something like win 4 of their last 5 or win 3 out of their last 5 and lose 2 in overtime. But like you said earlier, what signs of life are they showing to prove they could do something like win 4 of their last 5
dude,
games?
if you were getting goalied in these last 2 games where it's like Jackets were flying around, peppering the net, 35 shots or something like that, and you just have whoever they're going against is just like, wow, like flashing the leather and stick saves and kick saves and toe of his skate stuck out and barely kicked it over before he hit the line. All that, then I would say, well, tip your cap. The Jackets are just getting a bad luck streak right now where they're running into a hot goalie in the last couple games. They aren't giving the goalie any work to do. They're not making it difficult on these goalies. So, no, I mean, that is partially on the defense in front of those goalies, but it's also on the Jackets they look exhausted. They've played exhausted. And everybody's exhausted, man. Like, I don't want to hear that as an excuse. You can't tell me that 26 combined shots on goal in the last 2 games, that's an okay game for your team in one game like this. Let alone 2.
I hate this team.
Yeah, sometimes it's true. But tomorrow night, Detroit, they are out of the playoffs as of right now. Same with the Jackets. Both teams have 88 points. Both teams have played 77 games. They both have 5 left. So tomorrow is massive for the Jackets. Obviously, we'll have more thoughts on that going forward. But yeah, that's a huge one tomorrow. Ohio State basketball is building a family atmosphere, according to Jake Diebler. Looks like a few family members won out. Details in 2 minutes. D-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
New construction starting over on the west side. It's going to be a ramp closure on that Hilliard Rome Road ramp to 70 westbound. That is starting today, folks, and lasting for 60 days. That's an estimation of early June. As for that detour, just passing that ramp, continuing along southbound Hilliard Rome Road, then taking West Broad Street all the way towards 142. Once you get there, head northbound, get you back going 70 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Sabrina Albizu with your fan traffic.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Looking for TRT that's flexible enough for your lifestyle? Head to Low T Center, the #1 name in TRT. Low T Center offers TRT shots and pills, and you can even have your testosterone shipped to your door. Book now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Refi your car loan at Kemba Financial Credit Union and get up to $500 cash back the next day. Sometimes a little extra cash is all you need to put a boost in your step and your bank account. More money, less stress. It's easy. Apply at Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Ends April 18th, 2026. Equal opportunity lender.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Matty Ice is currently bathing himself in creamy jalapeno dip. And I've officially run out of ways to tease this show. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know what the sad thing is about this jacket thing? Is that a lot of this town was done with Elvis. I was one of those guys that was like, y'all being a little too harsh. Now, granted, I'm new to this.
No, but you have jumped in with both feet to your Jackets fandom.
Correct.
This year, you're getting baptized in the whole Jackets experience, where it's like the season's over in January. We fired a coach. Oh, we got excited because they're making a run to the playoffs. And then right when it gets time where you think maybe I'll buy in, crap themselves. Just utter poo.
No, I was all in. And it's so the Elvis thing, I'm like, well, I mean, Elvis seems to be playing well. I don't know what everybody's talking about. And these last couple of times, I was like, well, I'm starting to see what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
So this is, I think they can't, like, you just can't get this close and just not get it.
All right, let me set Tyvis. Let me just set you. Here's the scene. Here's where we're at. Flyers, third in the Metro, 90 points.
They was like, I wouldn't say they was dead to rights like 8 days ago. But they was down there.
Ever since Bob McElligott came on this show and said how much he hates Philadelphia. We'll talk with Bob in about 45 minutes. I'm excited to hear what he thinks of that. But
that was our last win.
Flyers have 90 points, and they have 5 games left. They're third in the Metro. Bruins are the first wild card spot. You're not catching them. It's the way it works with the divisions. They have 95 points, and yet they're only in wild card 1. You're not catching the Bruins. Ignore them. Ottawa is the second wild card. You either have the second wild card or the third in the Metro. Jackets sitting on 88 points. Ottawa now has 90 points because they won yesterday, smoked Carolina. So they have 5 games left, and they're, again, ahead of you by 2 points. Then you have the Islanders, who are at 89 points on 78 games, but they just fired their head coach, Patrick Waugh, legendary goaltender, out. Why? Because they lost 7 of 8, which is known as a Jacket spring. That's what they did. They said, let's fire the coach. We already did that. We can't do that. And who'd they hire? Peter DeBoer, who's just, he's won Stanley Cups. So there you go. That's who they have now leading their bench because it's not good enough. So they get the new coach bump. And by the way, I believe the Islanders have off until Thursday. So they have like all this time to get healthy. New coach can get some practices in. And then their last 4 games, all at home. So the Islanders have absolutely a bunch of built-in advantages right now. Not that they've been playing great, but they have advantages to turn it around. We know about Detroit. Jackets play them tomorrow. You lose to them, it's pretty much over. And then behind the Jackets, you have the Capitals. And the Capitals, guess who the Jackets play the last game of the year?
The Capitals.
Yeah. Guess who it might be his final game if the Capitals lose that game?
Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah. Now, he hasn't said he's retiring. He said he's going to evaluate at the end of the year, but...
Didn't they, like, put the tickets out before the season, like... Make sure you get your tickets. This is Alex's last year type thing.
Here's the Jackets schedule. I just want to give you coming in. Okay. At Detroit, at Buffalo. Thank God they've been terrible this year. Oh, wait. They're at Montreal, also just a crap. Nope, good team. Then you get Boston at home, which is going to be half full of Boston Bruins fans.
They can at least try to right the wrong.
And that Capitals game, I hate to break it to you, 75% of the people in there are going to be there for Alex Ovechkin. Like, there's going to be a lot of Capitals fans in the building, too. So you're pretty much all road games the rest of the way out, even though 2 of them will be at Nationwide. Good luck. This is what the situation you put yourself in by not winning winnable games, by getting 16 shots on goal and 10 shots on goal in your last 2 games.
The Boston game here, really, the crowd is dictated
when
on
they
what
score
they
that
do
goal
tomorrow.
Dude, what do you mean?
Tomorrow,
Exactly.
like if they lose tomorrow, then it's gonna be filled with Boston.
Oh, yeah,
fans.
of course. Yeah,
Totally.
that's fair. But I'm saying the last time when Boston was here and Boston scored the winner, and the crowd shot, you see all these hands going up, and I'm like, oh, right. That's because all the Bruins fans bought all these tickets. So
I will argue that tomorrow will be mostly Red Wings fans.
Well, it's in
Detroit, so it better be.
Yeah, sure. I don't think they have any home games left.
No, yes, you're right.
0.
No, they're at Detroit tomorrow. They're at Buffalo. They're at Montreal. Boston is at home, and that will be full of, from Boston. Those guys will be there from Quahog. And then you get Capitals fans will be there for Ovechkin's last game. So, yeah, we're great. All right, on to Buckeye basketball. I saw that Gabe Cupps has entered the transfer portal. Good. I saw that Colin White has entered the transfer portal. Good. Saw that Tayson Chapman has entered the transfer portal. I mean, I don't feel like I would have liked to keep him, but if he was told again, you're probably going to be more of a bench player than a starter because we're going to go out in the portal and get some guys. Fine. But yeah, good for the Jackets for the Buckeyes. Sorry, I'm still on the Jackets. Good for the Buckeyes for cutting some of the fat around here. Because I don't think you needed Gabe Cupps. I don't think you needed Colin White. That is just weird, though, that you had 3 Mr. Basketballs from the state of Ohio on this roster, and no one's really sad to see any of them go.
Well, they lost the commitment from the 4th Mr. Ohio.
That is true. They would have had him on the roster. What's his face? Marcus Johnson. Michie Johnson's brother. Yep, that's right.
Cousin.
I'm sorry. I thought it was brother.
Oh,
cousin.
Yeah. Out of these 4 guys that's leaving, obviously you would say Tayson Chapman is the only one that a lot of people was like, oh, I would have loved to have seen him come off the bench. I feel like he's just dealt with a ton of injuries since he's been at Ohio State, and it was nice to actually see him on the floor this year and actually contribute. Had moments where he came off the bench and was lighting it up. So you would have loved to have seen that, but I can't be mad at him for, wanting to go somewhere else and get a bigger role and become more of a star player. So I understand, but I tell you what, they better. I don't want to hear nothing about they ain't got no money or nothing or none of that. Because if people hit the portal, that means money is freed up.
They need to get that shopping list out. They need to get the Amex out, and they need to go to town. Let's go hit the portal. Like you gotta nail the portal this year.
I don't need it to be like it don't have to be like some 5-star guy from Kentucky that's a reject or something like that. I don't need that. I need it to be a good player. What's the dude that you pointed out?
Oh,
Colorado, I think.
I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's a guy who's 7 feet tall and likes to block shots.
And he shoot threes and all kind of stuff.
I wouldn't say that's like.
Oh, the highlight I seen, he was pulling.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think that's what I'm saying is get a guy who can be defensively terrifying to people who try to come in the lane. Now, he doesn't have a lot of size,
that's
but
the dude from Baylor.
Well, okay. I hope if he can he play basketball? Is he Are we gonna? I'm just saying. Is he? Yeah. Timmy. I'm just saying. Let's hope so. Let's hope he can play. But we're doing this. We're going off of. I just want to recap. So here's next year's team. Junie Mobley, great, good. Need him back.
Well,
don't let him run point guard.
He might go pro.
Don't. Okay.
Yeah. He's going to go.
I mean, are you kidding me?
He's going to go play with Bronny in South Bay Lakers.
Okay. Let's say he doesn't go pro and he comes back. You get Junie Mobley back next year. You have Amari Bynum, who thankfully they already got a commitment from him. So they are.
Is it true?
They have given him the bag.
Is it true that Diebler has missed on all the portals in his 2 years? Every player he's got out of the portal in the past.
Oh, who was the guy?
Parrish.
Yes, Micah Parrish. He was all right. I would say that's not a miss. Everybody else.
He's like 1 for 11.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding.
Like,
right.
At best.
So you're going to have to up the batting average this year is what I'm saying. You really have to go like 5 for 5. You got to do the Arby's at this point. You got to nail it. Because I'm saying then your third guy on this team that everyone's like, oh, don't worry, we're locked and loaded for next year, is a true freshman who's never played college basketball. Now, he's a McDonald's All-American and Anthony Thompson, and I'm excited to watch him play. But if you're saying that core of those three guys and then just put some Jags out around him and you're fine, no chance. Like, you have to nail the portal. Oh, and I'm sorry, guy who hasn't played for a year from Baylor, year and a half by the time the season starts. That's who we're going to say. That's 4 guys that we're talking about.
He might have been in college for like 7 years.
Good for him.
That means
that's great.
That's the new theme in college.
I know.
Except for whatever that order that.
Oh, we got an executive order. Yeah, that's right. You know what? I'm going to ask when Joshua Perry comes on today at 8:30. I'm going to ask him about that. I'm going to see what he thinks of that portal because we're trying to fix college sports. Maybe he'll like that proposal. We'll see. A lot of people are excited about NASA going back to the moon, but one college football analyst says, not so fast, my friend. Not that college football analyst. Another guy. I'll tell you who next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing some slowdowns really developing over in New Albany this morning, but for the most part, your roads are still looking pretty clear on this Monday. For our friends in Gahanna, a live look at that 670 area over just east of Sunbury Road. Just in case you're heading towards the airport, know that your traffic not looking too bad. So far, so good. And hey, for our friends in our northwest corner and more of that Plain City to Dublin area, if you're taking 42 to 161, that is only a 3-minute commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, what are we wearing?
Lie detectors. Anytime a lie is detected, we get a little shock.
All right, let's try them. So Pella was rated by homeowners as the leading window brand here in Columbus.
Nothing? Okay. Well, our windows can change the look of your home. This thing sometimes shocks you when you tell the truth. Ouch. It's okay. I'm having fun.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to power your progress, so you can give everything you've got, all for just 1 cent down. Whether you want to get the most out of our best-in-class equipment or go all in with free fitness training, our trainers are ready to help you get stronger than ever before. Take your workout to the next level at Planet Fitness. Join the club today for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, April 10th. You ready? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Hey, y'all. It's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. I spent years on the mound giving everything I had, and now I feel every inning in my knees, back, and shoulders. But I didn't want surgery, and I sure didn't want to be sidelined. That's why I turned to QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Christie and his team use regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself. No surgery, no meds, and no downtime.
Whether you're teeing off at the club or chasing the grandkids around, QC Kinetics helps you get back to doing what you love.
Call QC Kinetics now and schedule your free consultation. Natural joint pain relief with real results.
Don't let the pain slow you down. I didn't, and neither should you. My friends at QC Kinetics, they'll take care of you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation. QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Hey there, guys. Bo Bishop here. When it comes to making a big decision like the ring, you don't wing it. That's why I trust my friends at Diamond Cellar. For nearly 80 years, their family has helped generations of couples celebrate life's biggest moments with exceptional quality, larger diamonds, and better value. And guys, here's the best part. They walk you through it step by step so you know you're getting it right. Whether you're ready to propose or ready to upgrade, visit Diamond Cellar, Sawmill Road, Easton Town Center, or learn more at diamondseller.com. diamondseller.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee
guarantee a similar outcome.
Why choose between getting things done and doing things with the ones you love? With Kroger same-day pickup and delivery, it's easy to shop the same great prices and quality you'd find in store. We'll bring your groceries right to you in our refrigerated trucks so you can spend time on what matters most. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Save $20 on your first Kroger pickup or delivery order of $75 or more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Your reputation matters. That's why so many landscape professionals choose Gravely. You can save up to 20% on Gravely commercial mowers during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event starting April 9th. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Skip Mussick has been on the Fan for nearly 80 years, and during that time, he's worn many hats. Executive producer for Ohio State Athletics, talk show host, private detective when Ron Stokes loses his phone. Somebody do something! He's done it all. But his proudest accomplishment, host of Tee to Green. If it has anything to do with golf in Central Ohio, Skip's on it. Cheers to the next 80-year skipper. And listen to Tee to Green Saturday mornings at 9 here on The Fan. The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4. If it's 4:30 in the morning and you see a ginger version of Dom DeLuise speeding down 33, don't panic. It's just T-Bone.
We are driving. We are driving. We like driving. We like driving.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are eating. We are eating.
I think it was Rusty in our YouTube chat who had this point that apparently he said maybe Ohio State or maybe Ohio high school basketball is just not that good. And you know what? Ohio State had 3 former Mr. Basketball winners on the roster this year and then couldn't get the job done, couldn't win a tournament game. Now we all know those 3 Mr. Basketball winners. For those who don't, that was Devin Royal, who was actually, I think, a pretty decent player, though he has hit the transfer portal as well. Colin White and Gabe Cupps, who both won it as well. And Gabe Cupps won it in 22. Colin White won it in 24. Devin Royal was sandwiched in between them, but like those 2 guys did not factor as like key players on this Ohio State basketball team. And I don't think that speaks necessarily poorly to all of Ohio high school basketball. I think there are a lot of good talent in Ohio high school basketball, but for sure, Darren Peterson, I think he finished like runner-up or something his sophomore year, and then he was off to play at prep schools. So he was not playing here his last 2 years when presumably he would have won it were he here in town.
Same with someone like Junie. Junie probably could have won it, but he went and played at Bishop Gorman, I believe, in Nevada.
That's fair.
Then you got players like Dalen Swain on Texas who
they just didn't get.
Yeah. He hit the portal. They didn't get him again. And he's averaging 17 and 7 down at Texas for Sean Miller.
Yeah. Fantastic. All good all the way around. By the way, coming up top of the hour, a little bit of discussion about the national championship game tonight, which features no good options for Buckeye basketball fans, at least not in my mind, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I did see this, Tyvis, a guy we had thought about when we first started doing the show. We were thinking about who are some guests we might want to try to get on. And the name came up of Greg McElroy. Because
that did come up.
We thought about college football analyst that, you know, he covers the games. Now, I don't always agree with what he has to say, but I thought, whatever, we could get his take on some of the stuff from down south in the SEC. Fine. Well, then we realized he does a morning show with Cole Kublik. Kublik, I think is who he does that with. Down at
sure, let him live.
Birmingham, Alabama, WJOX. It's a big radio station down there. One of the, like, big, you know, flamethrowers in the South.
Are we competing with them?
No, they're in a different market.
In the Barrett Media rankings.
Okay, maybe there. Yeah, maybe in the Barrett Media rankings. I don't know if they're a mid-market.
Well, I don't like them.
Well, I don't either.
Well, they were in the same category.
Okay, they were. Yes. All right, fine.
I don't like them.
Actually, yeah, see where they finished. We could figure that out. But they were talking on their morning show about the Artemis 2 going off into space last week. That launch happened successfully. The astronauts on their way to circling around the moon to get some pictures of the dark side of the moon. You know about that. Good album. Dark Side of the Moon?
No. Pantera.
Nope.
Metallica.
Nope.
ACDC.
I'm not going to tell you.
I'm guessing here all day.
Twisted Sister.
It starts with a P.
We talked about them on the show when Bo was here.
Yeah.
That's a great hit.
Plain
Tyvis.
white tees.
No, we did not talk about plain white tees at all.
I'll tell you.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. There you go. You got it. Yay. Finally. Yay. Tyvis got something right about a band. Yay. We're good. All right. Anyway, so Artemis 2 happens, right? So they've launched this thing, and it's a big deal, and everybody's super excited about it. Well, apparently not our boy Greg McElroy, who, of course, calls games in college football, but has that morning show down in Alabama. This is him from their morning show talking about not just Artemis going to the moon, but moon landing in general.
There's a lot of conspiracies that we can go down if you want to go down, but one that I actually do subscribe to, I don't ever believe it went to the moon. I think it was complete propagandist mentality and people have tried to dissuade me. People have tried to present counter arguments. I'm not changing my opinion on that. I don't think we went to the moon. I think it was pure, genuine propaganda and highly effective propaganda, I might add.
Okay. All right. Breaking news, morning show radio host is an idiot. Tune in every day to T-Bone and Tyvis to hear more, because I'm an idiot. So I'm just saying, I'm not above being stupid. But
we didn't go to the moon.
We didn't go to the moon? I remember having that opinion when I was like in high school, and I thought it was cool edgelordy stuff to do to people. Be like, oh, actually, I don't think we went to the moon. And they would be like, and then finally, like someone who's like halfway smart talked to me and said, hey, dummy, that would mean thousands of people who were involved in all of this that were like, these guys who were working on a rocket that apparently wasn't going to the moon. They at some point either never knew that whole thing was a scam, or they did and they had to keep it quiet. Which one do you think is more likely? And I was like, oh yeah, both those seem very unlikely. So like that was
so if I go to the moon, it won't be a USA flag.
Oh yeah, that's a big conspiracy. They say that's a big conspiracy too, because like, why is it waving? It's out straight out. It's not like hanging down. There's no wind on the moon. So how would there be air moving across it? There's no air in space. How is it doing that? And the answer is they starched it. They actually thought of that. The NASA scientists thought of it and said, we want the American flag to stand straight out. Remember, these people were smart enough to get a rocket to hit the moon. They thought, hey, we should probably starch the flag first, make it stand straight out. So they did. So, like, there you go. There's a simple answer for you. That's easy enough.
I watched Hidden Figures last night. All that math, fake.
Yeah, that's right.
Didn't happen.
The great women who did all the computations.
They did nothing.
Yeah. Who was the lead actress in that who won? I can't remember if she won an award for it. But I'm blanking on who she is.
Viola Davis?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Viola Davis. It's
Taraji P.
Yes. Like that whole scene where she has to walk away and come back, and who's in charge? Why am I blanking on everyone who's in this movie?
Kevin
Costner is like, whenever I need you, you're not here. And then she's like, because I got to go to the bathroom 8 buildings away. And it's like, oh, yeah, that whole thing didn't happen, Tyvis. That's all fake. None of that happened. Can't even drink the coffee that all those people were drinking out of. See? And Jim Parsons is in it. There, I remembered that.
Yes.
The dude, yeah. He's in it playing like a jerk in that movie. So,
the
yeah,
guy
that's
that plays
fine.
Sheldon Cooper in Big Ben. Also,
that's all
figures.
fake. I just don't. Is that what we're doing now? We just got to go out and pretend like none of that happened?
Well, Quentin said the real theory is the moon is actually a giant cheese ball.
The moon is made of cheese. Yeah. And by the way, why have we not had any? I want some moon cheese.
Yes.
Can you imagine? That's what we would do, is we would send an exploration to the moon. It is made of cheese.
Food related.
We would bring back cheese, and then you know what would happen is they'd say the new breakfast spot is Artemis, where they have moon cheese on the breakfast sandwiches. And it would be a line out the door of people. It wouldn't even be good. The moon cheese would taste like ass, and people would still line up to eat it. It's like, oh, did you know I'm eating moon cheese on my bagel? Yes.
Did you hear about the toilet not working?
I did see that. And
how would you feel if you had to use the bathroom, and when you opened the lid, it was just a floaty just sitting there?
Oh, I would have said,
just a straight log sitting in there.
I would have said, folks, where's the escape hatch? I want off. I don't want to be here anymore. And if they're like, yes, but it's the vacuum of space, you will die. I'd be like, good. I don't want to be here. If that's what I got happening is floating poo, Nah, I'm out on that. It's bad enough it's my own.
Some bad space food.
But what if you go in and open it up and it's like one of the other astronauts? And then you're like, you didn't know, they didn't realize it didn't flush, and then suddenly you open it up and their poo hits you.
That's what I'm telling you.
Nope. I would be out on that 100%. Done.
Is it a woman on this as an astronaut there?
I'm sure there is. I don't remember the entire crew, but
what if she did it?
What would be the difference? It's poo. I mean, again, if that's your thing, I let you live. I'm not judging. I'm not judging anybody's
great deal of my life. I didn't think women passed gas or pooped.
What?
When I was younger, because you never really see it.
When do you see people's poo in general?
No.
What are we talking about?
As far as like passing gas, like they'll never really pass gas.
Tyvis, have I ever passed gas in front of you?
Yes.
No, I have not. I have never. I don't pass gas at work. I've never done it.
Silent but deadly.
No, I've never. Never.
If you pass gas in front of me and I walk past, I'm fainting. As soon as it
That's what I'm saying. I have never passed gas in front of you. I can assure you I pass gas. There you go.
By the way, Greg McElroy's Stupid Show finished first in the same category that we're in.
All right. You know what?
We finished 8th in.
All right.
We got to hunt him down.
Coming up next, Yetis. I touched one, and it touched me. No, we're not going to do that show. Sorry. We're not going to do that show. Apparently that's what it takes to win. I got to win. I got to be number one. Let's throw conspiracy theories out there. I meant the cooler. The Yeti cooler actually touched me. I feel violated. Coming up next, the national championship features no good options for Buckeye Hoops fans. We'll tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for drivers that like to commute to downtown in more of those early morning or really late hours. A portion of 315 northbound is still going to be closed at that 70 and 71 split. We're talking Monday through Thursday of this week. Once again, overnight hours affected, 10 o'clock till 5 the next morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Hey folks, Austin Ward here. You know, there was a time if you handed me a bread basket at dinner, it was like feeding a gator. You might lose a finger. Bread, pasta, pizza, man, carbs were undefeated in my life. That is, until Awaken 180 weight loss came in and flipped the script. Look, I've run the gauntlet of diets, and each time, carbs won by knockout. But Awaken 180 isn't a diet. It's a whole new playbook for changed up lifestyle. We all know it's necessary to lose that weight, but this is to keep it off. That constant carb craving, the one we all shrug off as normal, gone. Sure, I still love my pizza. But here's the difference. Now I don't need it. So now, most times when that waiter hustles over with a basket of temptation, I just grin, give a little nod, and wave it away like I'm passing on a 4th and long. Because I'm in control now. Awaken 180 isn't just a game changer, it's a life changer. Trust me. Call them at 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com. Your future self will thank you.
I'm Yolanda Harris. I'm a journalist at 10 TV News. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. And that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Fall is a season of change, and Hinderer Motor Company is turning over a new leaf with big savings. This is Justin Hinderer. Right now, any one of our participating locations is paying up to $3,500 over Kelley Blue Book value. That's right. Drive in your current vehicle and leaf with one of ours today. Don't wait. The leaves are falling and so are the prices. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
Spring into fun at the Columbus Zoo. Warmer days are right around the corner, and there's no better place to make memories. See tigers up close, watch playful otters splash and swim, and catch the baby elephants in action. All in one amazing visit. Looking for a later start? With our Zoo After 2 p.m. deal, you can enjoy all the adventure for $19.95. Plan your visit today and make the Columbus Zoo part of your spring break plans. Learn more at columbuszoo.org.
I started my first business when I was 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you and customers care that you show up and do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. When you care about the people you serve, you work harder and it shows. Call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The NCAA Men's Basketball National Championship will take place tonight between the Yukon Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines. Tip-off is scheduled for 8:50. Michigan is a heavy 7.5-point favorite. The women's champ was crowned last night after UCLA crushed South Carolina 79-51. This is the first national title in program history for the Lady Bruins. On the diamond, the Guardians split a doubleheader with the Cubs, while the Reds won 2-1, completing a 3-game sweep of the Rangers down in Texas. And on the ice, the Columbus Blue Jackets losing streak is up to 6 after a 2-1 loss to Winnipeg on Saturday. The CBJ are currently 2 points out of a playoff spot with 5 games left to play. This update is sponsored by High Bank Distillery Co., locally inspired dishes and award-winning cocktails. Visit highbankco.com to make your reservation. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
More conspiracy theories. Reich in the chat says, I'm not saying the moon landing isn't real. I just want to know how they got the picture.
Okay. All right. And you know what? Greg McElroy, that's a fair question. I understand that question. My understanding, now maybe I have this wrong. Maybe you're a moon landing historian. You can tell me differently. But what I understood was, because, yeah, you're right. Like the thing that people say, because there's video of like Neil Armstrong climbing down the ladder and then like hopping around on the moon. Well, how'd the camera get there? If he's the first man on the moon, how they have a camera? And the answer, I believe, from NASA is, yeah, we thought of that. And we thought we'd like to get photos and images of this and video to send back to the U.S. and to the world to see that a man has landed on the moon. So NASA, thinking ahead, put a camera on the side of the thing so that then when it landed, there would be a camera pointed at where the astronauts were going to come out of it. And then they turned that on and then recorded it. So now, I am not a NASA scientist. I'm not a rocket scientist. I do not know how hard that would be to put a camera on the thing, but I'm going to say that makes a little bit of sense to me. So, you know what? But again, if you want to believe the conspiracy theory that we didn't go to the moon like Greg McElroy, fine. You'd have to believe that thousands of people were all, not one of them talked, Not one of them, when they were 90 years old, was like, well, you know what? It's time everybody knew the truth. And then they just, eating their tapioca pudding in the home.
No,
they didn't come out and say, oh, you know what? Here it is.
You can't do that. They get you out of here if you do that.
Well, okay. So then thousands of people had to be involved in this conspiracy. And we just believe all of them kept it quiet. That's the biggest hindrance to any conspiracy theory. The larger the number of people who know about it, the harder it is to keep it under wraps. So again, I want to be clear. I'm not debating that the moon landing was faked. I'm saying there are people out there who bring this up, and I think, fine, you want to have the questions. Here are some solid answers. But I do know there's some people that no matter what you say, they're just not going to listen and believe it, like Greg McElroy.
I hate that I get Neil Armstrong and Lance Armstrong mixed up. Oh, you do? It's not great.
That is a problem.
It's not great at all. It's unfair to Neil.
That Armstrong guy that rode his bike on the moon. Yeah. How impressive.
Listen.
One of them is
Lance he had the Live Strong bands. It was a movement.
One of those Armstrongs is a stone cold liar.
Yeah.
The other one is Lance Armstrong. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, obviously. Wasn't Neil Armstrong, I believe, is from Wapakoneta, which is a fun name to say. I think
is he really?
He's from Ohio. They have I know they have a museum in Wapakoneta that is dedicated, I believe, to him. So I think that's where he's from. Either him or John Glenn.
He was born in Washington Township, Ohio.
Close to.
He went to Purdue University.
Well, we know that.
And USC.
I mean, I knew that. I don't know if everybody did. I thought he was from Wapakoneta, but I could be wrong. Where is John Glenn from? Cambridge. All right, so not Wapakoneta. I'm saying a lot of firsts in aviation and in astronauts and space exploration, all that. John Glenn, first American in space to orbit first human to orbit the Earth. Is that right? I think that's right.
Yes, that's what Hidden Figures is about.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then obviously they went to the moon, and the first guy to step foot on the moon is Neil Armstrong, also from Ohio. Right. So let him live.
By the way, someone with the username of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune 2816.
Sure enough.
Said that the reason why the flag stands out is because there's a horizontal bar and it's not Starch.
Oh, it's a bar. I thought it was Starch.
I believe him over you just because of his username.
That
gives him the credibility.
Either way, it's not like it would have been hard to figure out a way to make this happen, given they shot a rocket at the moon and didn't miss. Then they're like, oh, the flag, we forgot. Damn it, Roger, we forgot about the flag. What are we supposed to do? They thought of everything. It was kind of a big endeavor.
I thought we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. It landed on us.
I want to go back to Schoolhouse Rock, I believe is where we need to go next. That's our next space exploration. I'm just a Bill stuck on Capitol Hill. Let's learn things.
It depends what demographic you're in, Tyvis, whether you believe that Plymouth Rock landed on you or you landed on it.
Fair. That's fine. So Dan Hurley is the coach of UConn, and most people, I think rightfully so, get tired of him. He is annoying. He is also extremely good at his job, right? There's no denying that. The other side of that, tonight you have UConn going up against Michigan, where Dusty May is going to be possibly crowned the national champion of college basketball. He may very well cut down the nets tonight.
No one on this show would be pissed off tomorrow if that happens.
Oh, my God.
It'll be very calm.
So, I can't root for Dan Hurley, obviously, but I cannot root for Michigan to win either. And I'm definitely not rooting for Dusty May to win. However, I saw this posted in the chat, and I think it's a fair point to bring up.
They turned.
I think it was Mario.
They turned him down, didn't they?
Well, I mean, never forget, because I don't. Adam Jardy, 2 years ago, had an article that said the finalists for this job at Ohio State are down to two. Two men. Jake Diebler is one. Dusty May is the other. And apparently, I don't know. I would love for Ross Bjork, you know what? Open invitation. I know an open invitation is no real invitation, but Ross Bjork, you have an open invitation. Come on this show and correct the record for me. Did Dusty May take one look at the job? You had a half a phone call with him, and he was just like, yeah, it's cool, Ohio State, sure, whatever, woo, go Bucks, and then hung up, and then immediately called his agent and was like, absolutely no way, I will never go to Ohio State. Or were there substantive talks with Dusty May to take this job? Because I do think that would be good to know from Ross Bjork and everyone else there, because if you looked Dusty May in his eyes and talked to him and interviewed him seriously, and then interviewed Jake Diebler and said, yeah, we got to go with Jake Diebler, I question the leadership there. Not because Jake's a bad coach, not because he's an idiot, nothing like that. I don't think Jake Diebler's an idiot. I think he has a chance to become a good coach. Dusty May took a team to a Final Four that you've never heard of until they went to the Final Four. And we looked at that guy and said, no thanks. I don't understand it. Now, if he's told us no thanks, then okay. If he said, I'd like to come to Ohio State, but I want $5 million a year and I want all this money for NIL, and Ohio State said, no thanks, we can't do that, that's a bigger problem, but I can understand then Dusty May taking another job. But if Dusty May wanted to come here and all he said was, I want resources, and Ohio State said, no thanks, we'll go with the cheaper option, that's your problem right there.
Well,
but feel free to set the record straight, Ross Bjork. Come on the show.
Or
let us know.
Maybe they couldn't pay the coach and the roster.
I think, and you know what, hit the conspiracy theory music. Here's my conspiracy theory. Because remember that year, what had just happened? Ohio State in football had lost to Michigan for the third year in a row. And the consensus thought was Ryan Day may not be long for this, job. And Dusty May coming in is like, well, if I go out and sign, if I go out and sign, this big name coach, this Dusty May coming in, that's going to be a lot of money I have to spend on this guy. And I don't know if we want to do that, given the fact that we also, and spending the portal and all that, given the fact that we're also asking the boosters to spend all this money on the football team. And if that doesn't work, we may have to fire Ryan Day and pay his buyout. And I think they looked at the football program and said, we'll go with the cheaper option.
Well,
there's no doubt in my mind that Jake Diebler was the cheaper option between him and Dusty May. I think that's what it was.
Do you think would Dusty May leave the Wolverines for the UNC job?
He just shot it down. He just yesterday said, I'm not interested in any other college basketball jobs. Period. End of story. Done. He said he's not going anywhere.
How many times have somebody said that and then went somewhere?
He may, but why would he leave to go to North Carolina when he could win a national championship this year?
North Carolina, that's why.
His argument would be, it's Michigan, and I'm in the biggest athletic department and all that stuff.
It doesn't even roll off the tongue the same way.
Oh, don't let Jalen Rose hear you say that. Juwan Howard say you say, oh my God.
What they gonna do to me? Try to grab my face?
It's the
what they gonna do to me?
By the way,
God,
I'm rooting for Michigan to win tonight because walk with me. What happened last time Michigan won a national championship in a sport, and then Ohio State had to go hit the portal and bring people in.
Okay.
It resulted in a national championship for the Buckeyes.
Okay, but I like that.
This is a football town.
But I don't.
Deja vu.
I don't want to root for Michigan. I don't like any result that says root for Michigan. That
if
doesn't
it means
lead
Ohio State wins a national championship in approximately 300.
That.
If it did, you wouldn't root for it?
Yeah, if you could guarantee me that, then I guess fine. But even then, I would still feel dirty about it. But there are no guarantees that this team will be like, oh, yeah, now we'll figure out the portal because Dusty May won a national championship. Dusty May did an interview, by the way, where he said he had his guys in practice because they knew Arizona's bigs were so dominant. They smoked Arizona. Smoked them.
I know.
That was supposed to be like one of the best games of all time. I think Reimer told us it was like the third and fourth best teams analytically of all time. And Michigan just
stomped them into the ground.
I couldn't believe it. Everybody was like, this is the national championship game.
Well, if it was, congratulations to Michigan. I think UConn's going to have something to say about it tonight. But here's the thing. Dusty May had his guys. He said this after the game because they were talking about Elliot Cadeau's shooting percentage. Not very good in that game. And he said, well, yeah, but you have to remember a couple of those shots was actually Elliott throwing the ball off the backboard to Ademara because we thought Arizona's bigs would jump the alley-oop passes. We didn't want them to do that. So we had practiced bouncing it off the backboard to alley-oop it to our guys. They worked on it in practice because that would throw off Arizona's timing. So Mara doesn't jump. He knows I'm not jumping for the pass. I'm jumping for the rebound. Elliot Cadeau knows I'm bouncing it over to his side to try to get him a better look. And that's what they did was pass it off the backboard. They thought of that. But can his brother shoot three-pointers? That's my big question. That's my question. And I don't know the answer. So Jackets held a closed-door meeting after losing to Winnipeg on Saturday night. What does that mean going forward? We'll try to figure it out with the radio voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets. Bob McElligott joins us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hello and good Monday morning to you. Right now, no crashes to still report as of around 7 o'clock this morning, but we do have slight slowdowns starting over in New Albany, 62 eastbound, just passing 161 and closer towards Smiths Mill Road. You can see traffic developing out there, as well as for our friends in our southeast corner, 270, that westbound direction over by Alum Creek Drive. Just a little bit busier out there for you on the Monday, but still nothing too bad to report. So far, so good. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Low testosterone can be a real problem for many men. It causes poor sleep patterns, decreased energy, low sex drive, and it makes it really hard to stay in shape. And as we all know, a healthy body is very important to our overall health and well-being. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if some or all of these symptoms sound like you, we can likely help you be done with low T. We can also help you lose weight, support your metabolism, improve your gains in the gym, and more with our new targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, and more. Our low T protocols, applied in conjunction with our body composition plans, will help most men see real improvements, true weight loss, higher energy, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and a renewed sex drive as well. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is Gordon Miller for Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost mortgage. If you've been in the market for a new home or just wanted to take advantage of lower rates, recent events have shown exactly why Miller Lending chose to offer a way around bad timing with our no closing cost program. With no fees rolled in or charged, including the cost of title insurance, you can simply close on today's rates and refinance free of charge as rates improve. Over the past several months, we spoke to numerous borrowers who had heard rates were coming down and chose to wait. We explained that if rates did fall, you could simply update a few documents and refinance again, but why take the chance? So when rates spiked 0.5% recently, not only was I disappointed that we couldn't help those who waited, but also for those buying a home who just saw a sharp increase to their monthly payment. So while we can't control the market, we can offer an alternative. Eliminate timing and say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
I'm Yolanda Harris. I'm a journalist at 10 TV News. I grew up here, and after 25 years of telling this community's stories, this place still means so much to me. When I'm not in the newsroom, I'm usually out supporting the same people and causes I care deeply about. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still. It moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer, to speak up, or lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
This is Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel. If you're driving and take a quick glance at your phone, more can happen than you might think. Because taking your eyes off the road for even just a moment means you could miss everything happening around you. Don't let those few seconds take your attention away from what's right in front of you. Phones down, eyes up, Ohio.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Think you know Buckeye football? These two say, hold my beer. The Beat with Austin and Berm.
Sponsored by the Waterworks.
Daily on the Fan's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Temperatures will climb back up fairly nicely today into the mid-50s. Partly cloudy skies overall, slight chance of a sprinkler light shower mainly north of Columbus. Coming up for tonight, widespread freeze is likely, lower 30s for a low under a mostly clear sky. Lots of sunshine is ahead for Tuesday, but it'll be cooler too. Highs only in the upper 40s. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
A score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Every Monday, we get the recap from our guy, the radio voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets, Bob McKelligot, joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Bob, good morning. The question I have for you to start off, Winnipeg Jets beat the Jackets Saturday night. There's a long pause before anybody comes out to talk to the media after that. Closed-door meetings. This time of year, closed-door meetings, good sign or bad sign for a team?
Well, it's got to be a good sign. I mean, if you didn't finally get fed up, if you weren't finally at a point where you felt that it needed to be addressed for what turned out to be a long time, if you didn't care, you wouldn't have the meeting, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well,
so
fair enough.
Does anything result from it? Who knows? Find out tomorrow night in Detroit. But, yeah, I'd say good thing.
Bob, do you take responsibility for the fact that the Philadelphia Flyers are now third in the Metro? Because the last time you talked about the Philadelphia Flyers, you talked about how much you hated them, and now look at them now.
Yeah, I do. It's been a great 2 weeks for me.
Yeah, let's blame Bob McKelligot for that. You know what? There's plenty of other blame that could go around. Let's actually put it all on the radio voice of your Columbus Blue
Hold
Jackets.
on.
I think that's a good place to put it.
Look, Tyvis, it's a legitimate question because I'm going to tell you, in all this Blue Jackets losing in the last 2 weeks, I went over and did 2 Clippers games this weekend. And that's the only 2 games they lost in their series against Indianapolis. You know, I'm starting to feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I've got to get to, what do you do? What do you do? Some sage or whatever? You burn the incense or whatever it is?
Well, the next time Dylan's in the booth with you, why don't we just have him bring all of that? We'll get some gemstones so your chakras can be realigned. I don't know, whatever else we do. Like, we'll find all the ways.
Did you guys watch Yellowstone?
I've never watched it. I'm not a huge Yellowstone guy, but
the old native would come in with all these things and get everything straight and go out and sleep in a field under a blanket by yourself and talk to the wolves. That's where I feel like I'm at.
That's what you need to do. I agree. Let's find some wolves and then go do that. But get it done before tomorrow because, I mean, is it understating it to say, or overstating it, I guess, that this is like the most important game of the season for the Jackets coming up tomorrow night in Detroit?
I would say that's an accurate statement. They'll always say, well, the next game is the biggest game. Well, this one really is. I mean, look, Detroit's fighting for a spot too. You got to win this game. And you got to win on Wednesday. You got to win or Thursday. And you got to win on Saturday. But you can only control the one at a time. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty big dagger if you can't go to Detroit and get a win tomorrow.
Bob, what has happened? Like, I don't know. I said earlier on the show, I think that the Boston loss kind of broke them a little bit. After that, they haven't really been doing well. They changed the philosophy to where they wanted to protect the net a lot and really increase the defense. But, like, we're not even seeing that anymore. Like, a lot of teams are getting shots on goals and all of those things. What has happened? Have they been figured out?
I think in a way they have, to be honest with you. I think, that San Jose game where they were just getting jumped and they couldn't move the puck out of their own end. Right before the Boston game, I was talking with Mike Havland, an assistant coach, and I said, every team's got their own playbook, but do they look at the video from San Jose and say, yeah, we got to pressure these defensemen even more? And I think they did starting in the second period of that game. And I think everybody has done that. Tyvis, I think what the biggest thing is, look, in the last 2 games, you have 2 goals. And each of them's been scored by a defenseman. That means here you are at the most crucial time of the year, and you haven't even gotten a goal from a forward in 2 games. That's a problem. And there are too many forwards trying to do too many things. You know, Rick Bowness talks about selfish plays. And, you know, Kirill Marchenko, as great as he is right now, he's trying to go in him against 2 defenders, him against 3. You do not enter the zone 1-on-3, 1-on-4 in this league and have success. You just don't. Adam Fantilli has been guilty of doing the same thing. Actually, it was that top line. It was Marchenko and Marchment that turned the puck over right at the end of the second period. Marchment turned it over. Blue Jackets got it back. Marchenko handed it back to them. They scored. They tied the game. Then the second goal that Winnipeg got, it was a turnover inside of their own zone. So that's the problem. The problem is too many people trying to do too many things on their own, which they weren't doing for 2 months. They were doing it as a team. And all of a sudden now everybody feels like, well, I've got to do this. But then you'll have like another play in that game where Adam Fantilli comes down the wing. He creates all this room to cut to the middle and has, you know, he's got a shot attempt. I'm not saying he's going to score on it, but maybe there's a rebound. And Zach Werenski's trailing the play. And for some unknown reason, instead of shooting it, he drops it back. Put Zach in a terrible spot. It skips off his stick, and now Winnipeg's going the other way. Those things weren't happening for 2 months. All right. I don't know if it's the pressure of this time of the year for young players that have never been in it before, but the decision making has been borderline horrific in these last 6 games, and it's got to stop. They got to get their minds back to where they were.
Bob McElligott joining us. Jackets in Detroit tomorrow night. Massive game. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on the Fan. So, yeah, that's where I was kind of going to go next. Is it's not over. Obviously, everything is still in front of the Jackets. They have a chance to do this, but I feel like we are seeing a little bit of some instructive off-season lessons that maybe this front office can look at and say, if they had penciled in Kirill Marchenko is just a number 1 top-line scorer on a playoff team, do you think some of what we're seeing now that it is a playoff atmosphere and he has not gotten the job done? Adam Fantilli, as he is developing, still making mistakes. Is it possible that they look and say, yeah, these guys are good, we believe in them, but we need to get additional help this offseason? Do you think the last few games maybe turn something this offseason, even if they do make the playoffs, to say, we're going to need more? We need to add to this team.
I think Don Waddell would probably say, I told you last summer I needed a top 6 winger and wasn't able to get one. Now, he eventually did in Mason Marchment. I think the question now with him after a bigger sample size is, okay, is that your solution to that issue? Because I don't know. I'm not sure. So, yeah, I mean, to your credit, or I mean, to what you're talking about here, yeah, they're going to look at it like that. And, you know, it's going to be a big evaluation, whether you make it or whether you don't right now. And if you don't, you're going to look at it with a lot more scrutiny. I understand that. But there are certainly a lot of things from a general manager standpoint. I think there are a lot of stories being told here that Don Waddell is going to be able to look at and figure out how to fully staff and structure his team. And again, that it's about what can you do in the summer? Can you make that trade? Can you, sign that free agent? Whatever it is that you feel it's going to take to get over the hump.
Bob, real quick, 30 seconds. I'm trying to line up me stealing from first to second base for the Columbus Clippers. You've called some Clippers games. You've seen the pitcher. You've seen the catcher. What do you think is the percentage chance that I make it successfully from first to second?
I'm going to bet on the catcher.
That's messed up.
That's messed up. That's real. That's a guy who's watched it and knows.
Yeah, messed up, Bob. I thought we was better than this.
I think it depends.
Hey, if you're going to do it, just make sure that you get a right-handed pitcher and give yourself at least a half.
Yeah. Tyvis, I'll tell you what. If I'm on the mound throwing the pitch, then you might get second because I'm not going to give him anything over 70.
On the mound, I like your chances. I'll bet my house on you then.
But if it's my talent,
if it's a guy who throws above 90, good luck. That's all I'm saying. That might be an issue for you.
Get Randy Johnson out there. I'm stealing. I'm gone.
Oh, my goodness. What, only if he hits a bird are you doing that? All right. Bob, good luck with the Clippers, obviously calling those games. And obviously tomorrow we'll be listening to you calling the Jackets games right here on The Fan as they take on Detroit in Detroit. Thanks for the time again this morning. We always appreciate it.
All right, boys. Thanks.
There you go. Bob McKelligan joining us there as he does every Monday. A legendary coach made a complete ass of himself over the weekend. We'll discuss in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you live over on the west side, a heads up for you here by Hilliard. We're going to be seeing a ramp closure starting today and lasting for a little bit. It's that Hilliard Rome Road ramp to 70 westbound, lasting for 60 days as well. That's an early June estimate. As for that workaround, take Hilliard Rome Road southbound all the way towards 40, also known as West Broad Street. From there, head westbound, heading towards West Jefferson. Then getting off, though, northbound, taking 142 instead. Get you back going on 70 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Listen to The Beat with Austin and Byrne, now powered by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Get the latest Buckeye news, insights, and unbeatable analysis every day. Don't miss a moment. Stream The Beat with Austin and Byrne, sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
There is nothing more meaningful you can do for yourself, your family, and friends than finally getting rid of that pain so they can enjoy that time with you again, especially heading into vacation season. Here, let me help you. It's Bobby Carpenter, and Dr. Tesner and his team at QC Kinetics take care of your pain in the office so you can go right along with your day. It's that easy. So if you say yes to any of these questions, you're the kind of patient QC Kinetics regenerative treatments can help every day. I have consistent pain in my joint, knees, hips, shoulder, back. Pain keeps me from getting a good night's sleep. I'm missing work or saying no to things that I love. I don't want surgery or a long-term recovery. I am at the end of my rope, and taking medications every day is just going to get me through the day. I don't want to do it anymore. So if you want to do that, go check out your free consultation over with my friends at QC Kinetics in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and in Gahanna.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here. You know High Bank for their award-winning spirits, but the food deserves just as much love. Enjoy happy hour with friends, brunch with family, and dinner that never misses. Make your reservation today at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Matty Ice has a large tattoo on his calf of LeBron eating a lion. I have nothing else to say. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. Tyvis hates Girl Scout cookies.
I hate it.
And little girls. And America.
I hate it, hate.
Seriously, Tyvis, what the hell?
Okay, whatever this is, I already hate it.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Don't forget, tomorrow, you know what it is. It's a Tuesday on this show. That means it is a Hot Take Tuesday. So you can already start getting your hot takes off if you want to in the YouTube chat, or go to @BoneandTyvis971 on the Twitter. Hot Take Tuesday tomorrow. So make sure you get those in. Excited for that. Tonight, though, like I said, there's no good options when it comes to the men's college basketball national championship game, as you have Michigan and Dan Hurley. That doesn't make me feel good. On the women's side, over the weekend, UConn and South Carolina played each other in the Final Four. Now, it didn't end up mattering because at the end of all of it, UCLA played South Carolina yesterday and destroyed them.
Yeah.
Like, it was not competitive for most of that game, but
Is Lauren Betts going to be the number one pick in the draft?
For the WNBA, she might be. I don't know. I don't know who else is coming out. I don't know who else coming out from the women's side for the WNBA draft. But yeah, that's the crazy thing when you talk about like the NFL draft and college football and the schedule and the compression of all that. Everyone complains. College football players, they end their bowl season, and yes, they have to make their decision quickly, but then they have 4 months to get ready for the draft and then another 3 or 4 months to get ready for their season. Women's basketball players, and if you were in the national championship game last night, I feel like the combine is tomorrow, and then the draft is like next week. It's something crazy like that.
Right now, this was on February 13th, but they had Ozzy as...
Oh, AZ Fudd going first?
Yeah.
All right.
Which is funny because that put her back with Paige, which ain't they in a relationship?
Oh, yeah. I think that is I believe that's the case. I think that's all confirmed. Yeah, either way.
That'd be cold, actually. That's nice.
What is today's date? April 6th.
Correct. When is the draft?
WNBA draft is April 13th.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding you. It's next Monday. It's a week from today. Wow. They just had the national championship game.
And then the season starts
the season starts like Tuesday. No, it doesn't start Tuesday, but
that's ridiculous.
I think it starts in late April, early May, something like that. So, yeah, I mean, we joke about, or we talk about how, like, oh, football, they got such a compressed schedule. It's so crazy.
Actually, I remember that.
That's nothing on women's basketball.
They were talking.
Nothing.
That's what happened with Caitlin Clark last year. She was like, it was all of that. She went to the championship game.
Yep.
That was done. The draft. Yep. The training camp started, and
what happened?
They had the Olympics, and she sat out. She didn't get to the Olympics, so she said she needed that break.
Yeah.
And then, that was 2 years ago, man, or was that last year? 2 years, whenever it was.
Yeah.
She got the break, and then she lit it up after that, after the break, because she was like, I finally got some rest.
And then she got hurt last year, but yeah, I mean, the point still stands though. It's a very compressed schedule for them. But in that UConn South Carolina game, the drama that happened in that game on Friday night was the handshake line, apparently, where Gino Auriemma, UConn got destroyed by South Carolina. That was also a pretty big win for them. And South Carolina, Dawn Staley, legendary coach, she and Gino Auriemma have had their battles back and forth over the years. Gino Auriemma had this to say when he was asked about, because he was very mad after the third quarter. He did an interview on TV, and he was complaining about everything. This is a little Gino Auriemma. I believe this is from after the game.
The exchange had something to do with her not shaking your hand pregame. Is that what you said to her postgame? And do you have any regrets about the way you handled that exchange with her and your communication about her to Holly Rowe in the fourth quarter?
I don't have any regrets about what I said to Holly Rowe. Why would I? Why would I? I've been coaching a long time. I've never had a kid have to change their jersey because somebody ripped it, and the official said I didn't see it. There are a lot of things that happen in that game. Unless you're on that sideline, you have no idea what's happening on that sideline. No, I mean, for 41 years I've been coaching, and I've been, 25 Final Fours. And the protocol is, before the game, you meet at half court. Anybody ever see that before? Two coaches meet at half court and they shake hands. Correct? You ever see it? They announce it on the loudspeaker. And I waited there for like 3 minutes. So it is what it is.
Okay. So he was mad, that Dawn Staley didn't shake his hand at half court, which is lies, because that did happen. It was on video. Everybody who watched the game, I was watching the game. I was watching the pregame, and I saw her shake his hand and every other assistant on UConn staff. But then during the game, he brought up the jersey getting ripped, Tyvis.
Didn't she rip her own jersey?
Yes, she did. I forget which player it was for UConn who that happened, but she got mad after she missed a shot, and she grabbed her jersey and tore it and then had to change her jersey. He thought someone on the court did it. The other thing he got mad about in the Holly Rowe interview, which we didn't play for you, he said that Dawn Staley was yelling at the referees and calling them names that you wouldn't believe. And it's like, for Gino Auriemma to get mad about that, of all people, Tyvis, you've watched a lot of women's basketball. Gino Auriemma ever go at the refs? Ever?
What?
Of course he does.
What's wrong with you? Yes.
So, like, the fact that he calls her out for that is insane to me. Just absolutely insane.
I told Gino he understood the assignment and he nailed it.
Which was what?
My team, I got out-coached and my players got outplayed. And it's embarrassing that because UConn was the betting favorite. It was absolutely twice on Sunday that UConn should have won that game. And
according to the prognosticators.
Yes. And the fact that they got beat in such a dominant fashion, he don't want people to be talking about how South Carolina, how they basically choked.
Yeah.
Why do that? No. I'm going to just steal the headline.
Yes.
I'm going to make a big scene out of something that's not even there, so that we will talk about not the game, not about how South Carolina women was more prepared and how Dawn did a great job out coaching this legend, this women's basketball legend of a coach.
Mm-hmm.
No. We're talking about a handshake or antic at the end of the game, and it took all the attention off of the actual game.
Well, the way that he acted towards her was
a mastermind play by him.
No, I mean, like, I think you're right. He had enough time to calculate, all right, we're losing and this looks bad. He then gets into it with Dawn Staley at the end of that game where he's just berating her for not coming up and shaking his hand before the game, which happened. And then she, of course, reacts with a, what are you talking about? What are we doing here? And then she lost her mind, rightfully so. It was just, yeah, you're right. It took all the attention off. So then he issued an apology over the weekend where he said, I'm sorry, this took attention away from South Carolina, blah, blah, blah. They're great players. Never once did he say, and I apologize to Dawn Staley. Like, never once did he mention her name. And I just want to remind people, back in the day, people who know ball know that Pat Summitt, legendary coach of Tennessee, she did not like Gino Auriemma. Let's put it kindly, right? Now, they had a friendly rivalry. They, at times, after she passed away, obviously, he has had a lot of nice things to say about her, and rightfully so. I'm sure they worked things out to some degree. But there were moments in their relationship where she was like, who does this guy think he is? Like, he has always had that kind of rep around women's basketball, and occasionally you get to see it. I was glad over the weekend everybody got to see it.
Whoever is doing scheduling for basketball next year.
Yeah.
Game 1.
South Carolina and UConn. Yes. Put that at a neutral site. We will or put it in one of their buildings. We'll watch it. Overachiever of the Week is coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Over in Marysville, construction causing some slight delays for that early Monday morning commute. It's happening by that 33 and 36 intersection. We do see one lane down there. So, of course, that's causing a little bit of that traffic, 42 miles per hour, particularly in that 33 westbound direction. Keep that in mind. The project will be lasting until Friday. Overall, though, throughout the metro, no crashes still to report on this early Monday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. GLakesHyundai.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. If you're looking for TRT that's flexible for your lifestyle, head to Low T Center now. They are the #1 name in TRT. Low T Center provides testosterone replacement therapy and hormone replacement therapy tailored to your body, your lifestyle, and your budget. You can choose from testosterone shots, pills, or enclomiphene that boost testosterone without affecting fertility. And you can get your treatment in the clinic or have your testosterone shipped to your door. You can even choose self-pay or insurance coverage for the payment option that works for you. And starting now, Low T Center is offering new treatment options, including PT-141, an FDA-approved libido-boosting peptide, new antioxidants, GLP-1 pills, and more. Boost energy, lose weight, increase confidence, and bring the heat back to your bedroom together. Want to explore treatments that work for your lifestyle and budget? Book your free T-test now at FixMyLowT.com. That's FixMyLowT.com.
I'm Jeff Hogan. I've been a journalist at 10 TV for more than 20 years. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. And that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it moves. It moves you to act, to speak up, or lend a hand. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Unlock a $300 cashback reward when you spend $3,000 with a new Visa from Kemba Financial Credit Union, giving your budget a little extra breathing room. Apply at Kemba.org. Offer ends June 30th, 2026. Restrictions apply. Variable rate product. Equal opportunity lender. Qualified spend limited to the first 90 days.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Think you know Buckeye football? These two say, hold my beer. The Beat with Austin and Byrne.
Sponsored by the Waterworks.
Daily on the Fan's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tyvis, that's a little thing called Not My Problem. What? That's off the air.
Oh, man.
That's a little thing called None of My Concern. Why don't we just take it?
And now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
Sponsored by Columbus, Worthington Air. Your trusted experts in air conditioning and heating 7 days a week.
All right, so we have to highlight, I think, at least I'm going to start with a baseball player who had a tremendous weekend. And it's on the defensive side because too many people talk about the long ball. Chicks dig the long ball. Well, how about the guy who robbed not one, not two, but 3 home runs in a single game? Yes, Joe Adell, right fielder for the Anaheim, Los Angeles, California Angels, whatever name they've adopted this week. The Los Angeles Angels, Joe Adell, had, yes, 3 home run robbing catches in a game. One of them was Cal Raleigh, great home run hitter for the Mariners. He robbed one off of Josh Naylor in the 8th. And then the 9th inning, he went back a 3rd time. This one was from J.P. Crawford. He hits one almost just inside, barely 2 feet inside the foul pole. But fair. Would have been a home run. He leaps into the stands, catches it, falls into the stands. Breath is held. He stands up, holds the ball up in his glove. 3 times he robbed the home run. What's the score of this game? 1-0 win for the Angels. So no doubt, without him, they do not win this game. Nice play. I mean, obviously didn't have a great day at the plate, but got it done in the outfield. That's what matters. So Joe Adell, overachiever of the week.
If you have not seen that picture of him standing in the thing holding up the ball.
In the stands.
In the stands. It is...
It's iconic.
He needs to get that framed and put it in his man cave because that picture is tough.
It's cold. It's very good. Yeah.
I'm going to a place that we don't talk about a lot.
Oh?
The hardwood, the court, the NBA.
We talked a lot of basketball today.
The NBA.
NBA, no. We have not talked a lot of NBA. Yeah.
And we have to talk about a guy who's certified.
Oh. Well, there we go.
Cooper Flag. 2 games this weekend. Friday, 51 points. Yesterday against Dylan Spooky, his sunshine, LeBron James. 45 points in a dub. Boy, outdoing the King.
Wow.
Take that, Dylan.
Yeah, take that. There you go.
Bronny might have to start at point guard for the Lakers in the playoffs.
Yeah, because everybody's hurt.
No Luka.
Luka's
no
hurt.
Austin Reeves.
Nope. AR-15's out. You're right.
Is he getting surgery too?
I don't know.
Austin Reeves?
Yeah. What's his injury?
Luka's supposedly going over to Europe to get a second opinion.
I saw that.
He's going to go to the same German doctor that Kobe went to.
Oh.
I don't know if that's
true.
true.
Blood spinning.
I just made that
well,
up.
Bronny's going to be the point guard. He got to do better than 1 assist.
Well, that's true enough. But yeah, that was epic couple of games for Cooper Flag. Dylan, who's your overachiever of the week?
Mine was going to be Cooper Flag. So then I had to consider thought about going Pooh Shiesty for kidnapping Gucci Mane and leaving no trail of evidence.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Agreed. That's an overachiever. He's in jail. Allegedly overachiever.
I thought of going with the Wizards for triple teaming Bam Adebayo the very first play of the game on Friday so he doesn't go for 83 again against them.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go with Auburn for winning the NIT and not just taking their ball and going home after they didn't make the NCAA tournament like a lot of teams do in recent years.
Are you saying that they should have been in?
I'm not saying that they should have been in, but I thought it was nice that instead of pouting, they went and played in the NIT and won it.
Oh, you know what?
What about the crown?
What about it?
What about it?
Did that happen?
Yeah, it happened.
Do we know who won?
I don't care. I saw that our guy Jimmy Jackson, though, I believe was calling that game because Jim Jackson does a lot with pretzels. Are you aware of this?
The West Virginia beat Oklahoma.
Oh, great!
And overtime.
Little Big 12 matchup
of the
there,
crown, which was
wonderful.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, it was. Well, I saw
Oklahoma no longer in the Big 12, but.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What am I doing?
I forget all the time as well.
Oh, my gosh.
SEC.
Former Big 12 matchup.
I don't know
God,
any schools in any conference a lot of times.
You're right.
SEC?
Sorry that I did that. I know, SEC. Jim Jackson, though, go follow him on Instagram. This is, I will admit, a shameless way to try to hopefully get his attention so we can have him on the show because I would love to have Jim Jackson on the show. But Jim Jackson, we love food here. He goes, because if you don't know, in his day job, he calls games for the Clippers. He is I think he's their TV analyst. So he travels around the NBA doing that. He calls college basketball games, which you've obviously heard him do for Fox. But whenever he goes to a new arena or any arena, he goes and gets a pretzel. That's his go-to pregame snack is a hot pretzel. Yeah. And so he will give a grade on it. And apparently yesterday, I don't know where they played that game, but wherever it was, he did a little video where he was just pissed off at the poor quality of the pretzel. He said it was hard, it was crusty, it was bad. He was like, I don't even want to eat it. But I'm saying this is a man who loves a hot pretzel. Let him live. So I can appreciate that. Speaking of ballpark food, Tyvis, did you see the thing that I believe it's the Rockies are doing this year?
No. What they doing?
We need to go to Denver, and we need to do a show where we try one of these. Colorado Rockies have unveiled ballpark food. The Glizzilla is what they're calling it because, of course, everyone has adopted the nickname Glizzies for hot dogs now.
Glizzy.
This is an all-beef glizzy on a 19-inch sub roll. It is a 1-pound, 23-inch hot dog. It
23 inches.
23-inch hot dog, 1 pound, all beef. It is, they say, quote, designed for sharing, and it better be at the price tag. Do you want to know how much they charge for this thing?
$27.
Nope.
More?
Oh, lots more.
46.
You are almost dead. $45 for a Glizzilla. So, no, I don't. Now,
keep that.
Now, I will tell you, I wouldn't pay $45 for a hot dog, but if someone gave me one of these, I would eat it in one sitting.
I want to see what it looks like.
You would eat the whole thing by yourself?
What do you say it's at?
It's at the Rockies. Here, I'll send it to you. I'll send it on. I'll DM it to you.
This burger or hot dog that's the size of a toddler.
I'm looking at it.
You're
right
telling me
now.
you could eat it in one sitting by yourself?
It's not the size of a toddler. It's a pound. It's 1 pound.
Look at this.
That's why it's a pound of hot dog.
23 inches.
That's
all right. But if it was a quarter-pound hot dog, I could eat 4 of those, no problem. It will be a problem the next day.
4 hot dogs in one.
Yeah, that's fine. I could do that. No problem.
I mean, it'll take me a few innings to do that.
Yes.
But I could do it.
Now, let me ask you, would you rather sit down and eat one of those?
A 9 dime a dog.
Or yeah, I give you $1 and you have to eat the dime of dogs. That $1 box.
10 dime a dog.
Yeah, which are, they're smaller. But they're still, I'm talking, or one of these hot dogs. Because I got to tell you, for $1, I'm probably just going with 10 hot dogs just for quantity's sake. I'd probably just do that.
You know what? I'd love our friends down the street at Huntington Park.
Oh, here we go.
Don't do it.
I would rather my stomach hurt from eating this 23-inch all-beef hot dog than eat just one mystery meat dime a dog hot dog.
You know what's crazy?
Can't do it.
Last year when I did that hit segment with Dom, I knocked like 2 of them things down.
Yeah, and you don't even know what you ate.
Iron stomach. It doesn't matter. Put me on Fear Factor.
Like we know what all the other hot dogs are. All the other hot dogs are all they're all beef. But what part of the beef? It could be who knows spleen that you're eating. I don't know.
Mystery meat.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know how much mystery meat we done had in our lives.
Yeah, I was going to say I've made my peace with that. If you haven't, when it comes to hot dogs, that's on you. By the way, a big shout out to the Columbus Crew getting a win on the road against Atlanta. In Atlanta, the new era of Columbus Crew under their new head coach has not gone exactly well. They have not won a game all year to this point. They have played 5 games, now 6. But they got the victory, 3-1 over Atlanta.
So, rolling. The new changes of the coaching style is kicking in.
Let's hope so.
It took a while.
I will tell you this: the fact that Wessam Abu Ali 2 goals in that game for the Crew, they needed that. He is their big striker acquisition they made last year. They need him to play like this. And if you didn't see it, I tweeted it out at Degenerate T-Bone. He had an absolute, I don't know how to say it any other way. What we would call it in soccer fandom is a piss missile. Is what we would call that, because it was. Well, I don't know how else to say it. That's what it was. He hit Artemis 2. He hit a rocket off his foot from outside the box, and it is a laser beam. And they would just score. They're up 1-0, and the announcer was like, "Well, I wonder how Atlanta's got to respond." And then bang, done, 2-0.
Hold on.
Pretty much end of the game. Right.
As a very casual Crew
look
fan,
at it.
I must ask you: at what point, if the Crew struggles continue, do they call the last guy Wilfred Nancy?
Well,
are there any rumblings of that in the deepest, darkest places of Crew internet where you live?
Henrik Rydstrom, who is the new head coach, he needed this win big time because he needed to kind of calm down the fan base, because the fan base was getting to a point of like, what are we doing? Wilfried Nancy does not have a job. Call him. Ask him to come back. But they got this win against Atlanta on the road. That was good.
I mean, it just went over the tip of that man's hand.
He
beautiful.
But it was going up as it hit the net. Ooh. You know what I mean? Like when it's going up as it hits the net, that is an absolute screamer of a shot. And it's unbelievable when a guy in soccer hits that. I love it.
We got to work on his celebrations after he scored.
That's all right. You know what? That's fine. We'll work on it. He's good. He had 2 goals, so he had chances to celebrate 2 times in that game.
Well, the second one, I would have did a note.
Okay. All right. You give him some notes. What would the note be?
No. I would have did a note. It's where you do a cartwheel in the backflip.
Oh, I see.
Took the whole field.
There you go. He could have done. Maybe he can't do a backflip. That's all right. Ohio State football took the field this weekend for Student Appreciation Day. Obviously, practice has been going on. We'll get an inside look at that. Austin Ward going to join us next to talk about it. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, this week we will continue to see some bridge demolition happening along the downtown area, affecting that 315 southbound direction at that 70 and 71 split. For that one, that's lasting Monday and Tuesday in the overnight hours, 10 at night to 5 the next morning. Also note that southbound 315 ramp to 70 westbound will stay open. Also notice, though, a portion of 315 northbound will be closed until Thursday, so keep that in mind. Same situation for those overnight hours, 10 to 5. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizic with your fan traffic.
Every time you pull onto a job site, your name pulls in with you. That's why the pros trust Bobcat equipment. Buy the machine you're proud to run, backed by the crew that's been serving the industry since 1975. That's 50 years of showing up, long after you receive the keys. Bobcat Enterprises is here for you with 9 locations serving Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. On every job, you deserve a team that stands behind you. Visit bobcatent.com to learn more.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, energy bills have been crazy as of late, which has had our phone ringing off the hook. Pella windows give you both a home makeover and often an energy bill makeover.
We hear that all the time at the other window place. We love the makeover. No, wait. We want a do-over. That's what they say. Is do-over and makeover the same thing?
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
I'm Roger from Columbus.
I've lived in Ohio all my life. Owning your home is a cornerstone of the American dream. But for seniors, property taxes keep going up and are costing us everything we've worked for. They're even making it impossible for my grandkids to afford their first homes. Vivek Ramaswamy believes when you own your home, you're in charge. As governor, he'll roll back property taxes to levels from before the end of the pandemic. It's a practical plan that will put thousands of dollars back in your pocket next year while maintaining strong education and dependable police and fire. Ohio's politicians have ignored this crisis for too long. But Vivek Ramaswamy isn't a politician. He's an entrepreneur, and he's ready to fight for you. Ohio needs a leader who makes your life more affordable. That's Vivek Ramaswamy.
Lower costs, bigger paychecks, better schools. Vivek Ramaswamy for governor.
Paid for by Vivek Ramaswamy and Rob McCauley for Ohio.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
Our yoga instructor challenged us to find inner peace. I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up and screamed, "I found Nirvana! I win!" They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does, though. New customers get $365 in bonus bets just for betting $10. Namaste, losers. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The NCAA Men's Basketball National Championship will take place tonight between the UConn Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines. Tip-off is scheduled for 8:50. Michigan is a heavy 7.5-point favorite. The women's champ was crowned last night after UCLA crushed South Carolina 79-51. This is the first national title in program history for the Lady Bruins. On the diamond, the Guardians split a doubleheader with the Cubs yesterday, while the Reds won 2-1, completing a 3-game sweep of the Rangers down in Texas. And on the ice, the Columbus Blue Jackets losing streak is up to 6 after a 2-1 loss to Winnipeg on Saturday. The CBJ are currently 2 points out of a playoff spot with 5 games left to play. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. If you're not happy with your results in the first week, get 100% of your money back. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, lots to get to today, but we are joined now by someone who's been, checking in on OSU practice, to say the least. Austin Ward joins us now on the Fan Guest Hotline. Good morning, Austin. This is what I took away from over the weekend. Jeremiah Smith, still good. Is that can confirm?
Yeah, I can confirm that is true. Now, I think some of the hullabaloo, at least based on the social media videos of the last play of Student Appreciation Day, are somewhat misleading in terms of his continued dominance, because I have to let you guys know that he stepped out of bounds, and that would not have been. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, Tyvis. I haven't been paying attention to everything you said this morning, but
no, I didn't say it this morning. I actually commented on the Instagram post, and I was like, as much as I love JJ, I am Team Silver Bullets and I'm Team BIA. This would have been a loss of down and illegal touching, and go good guy, go bad guys.
Yeah. I was standing down there in that corner of the end zone, Tyvis. So I certainly took notice of that. I don't want to ruin anybody's good time. I also don't think that it changes the fact that Jeremiah is the best player in college football. But I did think, and I had your back, Tyvis, and BIA's back. I told, Mark Pantoni was sitting right there. I told Mick afterwards that I think the defense having to run sprints for that 4th and goal rep is a little bit unfair, because the official just decided to keep the flag in his pocket so that everyone could celebrate Jeremiah. So I did have your back, Tyvis.
That's you know what? That's messed up, Austin. That we still running sprints. First of all, it would have been the judge should have threw his hat down and let everybody know that he stepped out, and then it should have been a flag. But it is what it is.
They're in preseason form too. Come on, this is their practice as well.
No, I understand that they be wanting the offense to win, especially when the students is around and all of those things. So I get it. I know it ain't changed. It hasn't changed.
Yeah, but. He's still really good. He doesn't have to take every rep in a practice like Saturday as well, T-Bone. But, there were some 7-on-7 moments with Julian Sayin and Jeremiah hooking up before that looked really special and really exciting for Ohio State. I'm obviously not trying to take anything away from Jeremiah, not that I could, but just the social media buzz on that particular play, we're gonna have to cool the jets on that one just a bit.
Is there anybody out of the newcomers, the guys that came from the portal, not the freshmen, but the portal guys, who has impressed you the most?
Yeah, these guys have, really all made an impression in a hurry, Tyvis, and I think that's validating why Ohio State targeted these specific players with positional versatility, with veteran experience, with the knowledge of what it takes to succeed coming from big programs. I think when you're looking at the secondary, Earl Little Jr., he got that black stripe off in a hurry, and you can see him moving around and really playing, I think, any of those safety spots for Matt Patricia, Matt Guerreri, and Tim Walton. I think there's a lot of excitement going on right there. Saturday there were opportunities for both Kyle Parker and Devin McEwen to make some plays. I think that you're seeing kind of a renaissance for Ryan Day's passing attack, to go back to doing some of the underneath drag routes, mesh concepts. Because he and Cortez Hankton and Keenan Bailey and Arthur Smith were looking at what might be needed at that position to get the wide receiver group, more explosive, not just vertically down the field, but horizontally. And I think the speed of those two guys definitely stands out. I really thought going into camp that, James Smith had built a reputation as this no-nonsense, all-serious guy, very dedicated to the craft. He and Quay Rousseau have both been two of the last players to leave the practice field every time that we've been in there in spring camp. So clearly they understand the work ethic. They come from Alabama, so that should probably come as no surprise either. They fit exactly what I was describing there and what Ohio State was looking for. So, we could probably basically go through every position and name some of those guys, but at the top, I think, those guys in the defensive backfield, throwing Dominic Kelly in there as well. and at wide receiver, they're going to be in prominent roles, and I think you're going to see them make a pretty big impact come September.
Austin Ward joining us on The Fan this morning, talking Buckeye football. Obviously, the spring game a few weeks away, but a guy we talked about spring game heroes before, and guys that have made a name in that game, and then some of them go on to do good things, and sometimes it's just, well, they had a good spring game, and that's kind of what they ended up doing. We're now getting to like spring practice hero potential, and I want to ask about a guy in Brock Boyd who is a freshman, to my knowledge, still the only freshman who's had the black stripe removed off his helmet, which is saying something given how many talented freshmen there are. How much of it is spring game hero type of stuff, and how much of this do you think translates to the actual season?
I'm interested to find out the answer to that, T-Bone, because I do think that there are a lot of elements that work in his favor that could allow him to get out there quicker, because part of it is an overall philosophy shift with what I was talking about with Cal Parker and Devin McEwen and maybe different routes and concepts that are coming back. And I think potentially a return to a rotation that actually, may play 5 or 6 wide receivers. I understand the temptation, the desire to not take Jeremiah Carnell off the field the last couple of years. I think in some ways, and this sounds crazy to say out loud, but it limited some of what the diversity of the Ohio State passing attack and offense could do. I mean, you can trust them to go win routes every single time, but what really I think made Ohio State so difficult to defend in the early days of the Ryan Day era when you had some interchangeable, really fast, really athletic pieces, and using all of them. When I'm thinking about Paris Campbell and KJ Hill and Austin Mack and Terry McLaurin and Johnny Dixon, these guys could play any of the wide receiver spots, and they could also run away from defenders across the middle of the field. And, for whatever reason, we've seen less of that. It could be the way that teams are defending Ryan Day. His offense could be, an offensive personnel situation. But all of that is to say that Brock Boyd has the skills, he has the speed, he has the route running ability that could allow for an easier acclimation to go straight into that lineup. Now, I'm not talking about him being a starter, but I do think that a lot of this hype is deserved, and I'll be one of the first people to admit I wouldn't have thought that Brock Boyd was going to get his black stripe removed before Jaquaden Guilford or Chris Henry Jr., but that stuff doesn't happen by accident either. So I think everything is trending in the right direction. What does that mean by September 12th in Austin, Texas? I really don't know, but I think it would be hard to imagine as we sit here right now that Brock Boyd is not in that top 6 group for sure.
When you look at this offensive line, I know obviously that was one of the touchy things that fans had after the last 2 games of the season. Do you think they've solidified who the starting 5 is? I know there's Austin Saraville that has been rotating a little bit. What do you think their best 5 look like?
Yeah, I think the best 5 is probably going to include Austin Saraville at right guard and Ian Moore at left tackle. Philip Daniels still there at right tackle. I don't think there's any motivation from the coaching staff or even from teammates who they were raving about Philip Daniels and the way he was using his hands this spring. I talked to some defensive linemen about that last week, but the problem is right now, Tyvis, in terms of solidifying that, Austin Saraville and Philip Daniels, neither one were available to practice on Saturday. I think they had, some minor procedures done that I don't know if either of them will. I don't believe that Philip Daniels will participate for the rest of camp, and I'm not certain about what that means for Austin Saraville. But then beyond that, you had Jake Cook go down. He's a top 8, top 9 offensive lineman at the start of practice on Saturday. Don't know what his status will be for the rest of camp. Josh Padilla has been out for all of spring camp. He's someone that would, be factoring into that conversation of whether you're putting Ian Moore or Josh Padilla in, if Saraville is at tackle or if he's at guard. Those are the key dominoes that are at play right there. But the difficult part is coming out of Saturday, we didn't really get to see that, and more importantly, Ohio State's coaches didn't. And so when you're now banged up heading into the last 2 weeks of camp and in a position where there's been, some hand-wringing and uncertainty, it's not a fun spot to be in. Now, they're all going to be fully healthy by August, but there's also a possibility that when they get into the horseshoe in 12 days, that it's not going to look like a finished product, and we'll probably then be spending all of summer still breaking that down.
I just have one crew question for you, Austin, and that is, how big was the Wessam Abu Ali big night that he had in Atlanta? That goal he had, that second goal.
We needed to see some progress for the crew. So I think that's an understatement for me and you, Bone. It's been a rough, kind of inconsistent, lack of productivity start to the season for the crew. Maybe that's a groundhog peeking its head out with a moment of brilliance, and we get to see this thing heading back in the right direction. And maybe they can share some of that with the Blue Jackets, because it's been a rough stretch for Columbus professional sports.
I know.
I guess we now have to include the Aviators in that as well. At least the black and gold were able to get us what we needed.
Yeah, fair enough. A bright spot out of the bleakness for sure on the Columbus Pro Sports front. Austin, thanks for the time, man. We'll talk again soon, all right?
You got it. See you guys.
There you go. Austin Ward, you know him, you follow him. He's everywhere, and he has the Buckeyes covered like no one else. Speaking of the Jackets, they look like they're falling apart. What did Rick Bowness have to say after their latest meltdown? We'll hear him next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, good morning and welcome to your Monday. If you're heading towards Marysville right now, a big heads up for you. We're seeing some delays on 33 in that westbound direction after construction. That's happening right now. We're down to one lane over by that 33 and State Route 36 area, so keep that in mind, down to the 20s for certain portions when it comes to your speeds. Overall, though, still no crashes to report. We do like to see that, though, so of course, if you're heading out on the roads, take it nice and easy. And as always, go slow. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The Reds are on the radio.
And he caught it! No way! What a grab! Noelvi Marte!
Kelly De La Cruz is on his horse, and they're waving him to the house.
Suarez swings, he drives this. It is gone! Eugenio Suarez puts the Reds on top.
The quest for October baseball is underway. Hear all the action all season long on your home of the Reds.
Columbus drivers, there's a new Ford service team in town, and we're ready to earn your business. At the Capital Ford of Columbus Service Department, we believe service should be easy. That's why we can come to you. Need an oil change, battery, recall, or routine maintenance? Our mobile service team brings a certified Ford service technician right to your home or workplace. No waiting rooms, no wasted time. And when you do visit us, you'll see what makes a new dealership different. We work harder to show we care. Call or schedule online today with Capital Ford in Whitehall, 614-300-6657.
Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
BMI Federal Credit Union is celebrating their 90th anniversary all year long with monthly sweepstakes. Get in on your chance to win free gas for a year when you lower your car payment with a BMI FCU auto loan. Apply today at bmifcu.org/gas.
Don't let a failing sump pump put your home at risk. Right now, get $80 off sump pump replacement with Logan Services. Protect your basement from flooding and get the peace of mind you deserve. Call now. Fast, friendly service, Logan Services.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on this family favorite. USDA Choice bone-in rib roasts are on sale now for just $8.99 a pound with your card. Limit 2. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. I've had the privilege of seeing miracles, broken families rebuilt, every crash, every workplace injury, every medical mistake. Fighting back can work. We've gone toe-to-toe with insurance giants, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion recovered. Size matters. Reputation matters. Results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Hey there, I'm Brad. I'm about to win the Tuesday Night Bowling League Championship.
I'm also a highway worker for the Ohio Department of Transportation. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I can bowl the winning strike with my buddies.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Brought to you by ODOT, USDOT, NHTSA, and ODPS.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
The Jackets are making a push to the playoffs.
Islanders and Adam Fantilli, one more time, puts it in the net.
Listen to every exciting moment, including an extended pregame show for weekend games. Proud to be your home of the Jackets. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Temperatures will climb back up fairly nicely today into the mid-50s. Partly cloudy skies overall, slight chance of a sprinkler light shower mainly north of Columbus. Coming up for tonight, widespread freeze is likely, lower 30s for a low under a mostly clear sky. Lots of sunshine is ahead for Tuesday, but it'll be cooler too. Highs only in the upper 40s. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Remember the time producer Dylan said that Alabama should be in the playoffs and that Tyvis started yelling at him? Those were good times. And remember later that day when Tyvis punched him in the face? Classic stuff. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
The poll question we have on our YouTube chat today: are you rooting for Michigan in the championship game tonight? Yes or no? 65% of our YouTube respondents said no. And I'm surprised it's not 100%. Although I know one of our chat participants is a Michigan fan in Heron. But as a Buckeye fan, I'm not rooting for Michigan to win. I don't care about Big Ten pride. I am also, as a basketball fan, not rooting for Dan Hurley to get another championship, although obviously both he and Dusty May are great coaches. And if you want to watch somebody actually draw up X's and O's, watch this game because you have two great in-game coaches there. But sadly, I think Michigan's going to get the job done, and that pains me to say it. That's where we're at. But
are they a basketball school now? Back to being a basketball school?
You know what? I don't really care what they are. I'm mad that they're better at us in something like men's basketball. They're better than Ohio State right now in men's basketball, and that sucks.
Are they better? Are they better in life than us?
No, they're not better in life than us.
Okay,
I don't.
Isn't that what really matters?
you know when that matters, Tyvis? That matters when you lose. That's when you start going like, well, bigger picture though. The sun came up today. Shut up. We lost, and I feel bad about it.
By the way, before we get into this riveting Blue Jackets team.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get there.
You want to talk about the UFL?
No. I'm watching NFL Network, and one of the commercials was a promotion for the reboot of Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, is that happening?
Yes. April 10th. I looked it up. I don't know if anyone asked for this.
Okay. Is it
Frankie Muniz?
Kids?
No. It's them. Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston. Brian Cranston?
Adults?
Well, yeah, Bryan Cranston was an adult.
Yes.
But Frankie Muniz was the kid, and now he's like, what is he, in his 40s? 30s?
I would imagine, yeah.
Tells me that Hollywood is running out of stuff.
Yeah, that's true enough. Did you know Frankie Muniz is also a, like, up-and-coming, trying to become a NASCAR driver, I'm pretty sure?
Oh, I think I did hear that.
Yeah, like he's
been trying to do that for a while.
He's doing auto racing. Yeah, he's been in the auto racing scene for a while, so I guess he's put that on hold to go out and do that, whatever. Yeah, so anyway, good times there. If you missed it earlier, we were talking about how Ohio State basketball, just to piggyback off that NCAA discussion very quickly, Ohio State basketball had 3 Mr. Basketballs in the state of Ohio on the roster at the same time this year. That would have been Gabe Cupps, who won it in 2022, Devin Royal, who won it in 2023,
and
Colin White in 2024. They obviously didn't do great with that. However, the last time that occurred, I went and looked it up. I wanted to see, did we ever have a situation where we had 3 Mr. Basketballs in the state of Ohio on one Buckeye roster? And we did.
Oh?
It was back under Thad. You had some guy named John Diebler. I don't know who that is.
Isn't he the head coach of the Buckeyes?
No. That's Jake Diebler. Jake Diebler.
That's his brother.
Who didn't play here, but he's the head coach.
Gotcha.
Yes. So John Diebler, William Buford. So Diebler won in 07, Buford in 08, and Jared Sullinger won it in 2009, 2010. He was a freshman on that 2010-2011 team that then went 34-3, won the Big Ten regular season and tournament, and probably you'll want to forget about this, lost in the Sweet 16 to Kentucky that year, which sucked. But that's what happened, and that's not necessarily Ohio State's fault. What I'm pointing out is like Ohio high school basketball has changed a little bit. Wouldn't we say? If you get 3 Mr. Basketballs on your team, that ends up being the catalyst to you having like a team capable of at least getting the Sweet 16, and probably that team should have done more than that. But winning the Big Ten and all that, no questions asked.
Has Ohio as a state changed, like even in football sports? Because people was mad at Ohio State because they was like, well, y'all don't let y'all let some of the good players from Ohio go to other places, and Ohio State's like, well, yeah, but we're getting like the number 1 ranked guy.
Yeah,
like so. Is football also take a step back?
I mean, I'm not the right person to ask on that because I'm not Mr. High School Basketball or high school football recruiting guy.
Who's the best guy in Ohio?
We're comparing apples to oranges. Ohio State football chooses not to pick some of the best guys.
Right. They can ignore that. Like, the problem is in Ohio State basketball, you have guys who just do not want to come here.
Right.
And do not pick this school when this school would gladly take them. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's just it's just a different era in high school basketball in the state of Ohio. But look, I mean, the guy that you had there, Michie Johnson's cousin, what is his name? Marcus Johnson. He was a commit here. He won Mr. Basketball this year and last year, I believe, too. He is not going to come here. He's going to South Carolina instead, but he was a commitment here. But you still have a McDonald's 5-star All-American coming in next year. But
and in fairness, the climate has kind of changed. You got people like Darren Peterson, Judy Mobley deciding to go to different states to play prep basketball.
Well, even the kid that's coming in next year who was at UA, he went out to Prolific Prep. Another Buckeye not that he was a Mr. Basketball, candidate or anything, but he didn't play his senior year here. He went out of state to play that, so that's fine. Some of the talent leaking out of this state, going other places. Just like your leaky windows can let some of the nice climate-controlled air out of your house, Tyvis. You like how I did that? Yeah, spring is here, and it's a great time to open your windows, except when it's cold like today, or except when your windows are crappy, and they stick, and they're just not good, and they've been bad, and you need to replace them, but it's expensive. Well, good news. Window Nation has a great deal going for you now. The more you buy, the more you can save sale. Going on now with Window Nation, you can save up to 50% off all the windows for your home. You can get them with 0% interest financing for 5 years. And experts report that windows retain 80% of their value when you make that investment into your home. So Window Nation is the place to go with their custom-built high-quality windows. They will get those in your home. Usually they can install those within a day, and then that's it. You're done. You don't have to worry about it anymore, and you can get a great deal with 0% financing for 5 years from Window Nation right now. So just go to windownation.com to set up your free consultation and get your estimate. That's windownation.com. Check them out today. Rick Bowness was not happy after the Jackets' terrible performance against Winnipeg. I say terrible because the stakes are too high right now. What was the shots on goal in that game, Tyvis?
16.
What was it the night before? Not the night before, 2 nights before when Carolina? Wasn't it like a record?
10.
That's brutal. Brutal. And of course, they have lost how many games now?
6
in a row.
Yes.
And 7 of their last 8.
When you lose 7 of your last 8 in New York, Long Island, they go ahead and make a coaching change. We already did that, so there's can't pull that string. You got to do something else. So
that would be crazy.
Well, they're not going to do. I mean, I don't even want to put that on Rick Bowness. It's not necessarily that. Like, the message was getting through. At some point, the guys on the ice have to play I don't think Rick Bowness is telling Kirill Marchenko, "Hey, go 1-on-3 and try to make something happen." That's not Jackets hockey. That's not what he wants them to do.
That is the interesting thing is that I forget who we were talking. It might have been Charlie Coyle last week, where somebody said something about how they're not playing team hockey anymore.
Yeah, he was spot on with that.
I think that was
Wednesday.
Charlie. Yeah, and when you hear, then Bob comes on and say, "Yeah, Kirill Marchenko's going 1-on-3," and it's just like, why? I wonder why the change? Why did they stop what was winning.
Well, they had a players-only meeting after the game where they lost to Winnipeg 2-1 on Saturday night. Here's what Rick Bowness had to say about that.
I'm not going to get into details on that. That's the players. Listen, this group cares. It's a good group, and they're frustrated, and I get that. But don't ever think they don't care, and don't ever think they're not trying. They are, right? We need some better efforts, yes, without a doubt, and we're going to get them. This is a proud group. I've said from day one I love working with them. I still believe in them, and I still love working with them. Do we have some issues we have to straighten out? Yes, and some of that's on me as well.
Yeah, well, it's on everybody at this point, but at some point when the same old issues keep creeping up, it's hard not to blame some of the players that have been here for a while. And I do think, I've said this before and I'll say it again, and I don't care who hears it over there, but if you do collapse like this and don't make the playoffs after that big push to get here, and then when it comes crunch time and you can't get the job done and guys on the ice aren't getting it done, you have to change up the leadership on the ice. And yes, that includes Boone Jenner needs to not be the captain of this team if they miss the playoffs. That can't go forward after this year. Now, they still got time, but if they miss the playoffs after all this, sorry, Boone, that's got to be it as far as him being the captain of this team. And if that means he has to go elsewhere, then so be it. But you cannot have a failure like this after you get this close to the playoffs and then blow up like this. But they've got 5 games left. 5? Yeah, I think 5.
Yes, 5.
5. All right. So get it done. Tomorrow night, Detroit. Must win. You'll have all the action right here on The Fan. Coming up in 2 minutes, Joshua Perry joins us. What's it like for someone who's an OSU player who's now hoping to get drafted? What are they doing now that the pro day's over? Everything else. We'll get into that with him in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a few spots with some slight delays if you're heading downtown. The first one's going to be 70 in that eastbound direction from the west side over by Wilson Road down to the 30s for certain portions of your speeds. Also, 71 northbound coming in from the south side and heading towards the city, looking at the 20s for your speeds and drive times out there. Lastly, a heads up for our friends in Delaware County. Still seeing repairs happening on 315 in both directions over between State Route 750 by Powell all the way towards 23 by Stratford. Keep that in mind. Repairs ending by late July. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
When you are a member of Tel-Ohio, your money works harder for you. Lock in 4% APY on a 24-month CD and watch your savings grow with a credit union built for its members. Visit telohio.org to learn more.
Federally insured by NCUA. Membership open to anyone in Ohio. Restrictions apply.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or usainsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. The Buckeyes, the Big Ten, and the rest of college football. We tackle it all in the breakdown with Joshua Perry.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
Every Monday, we talk with our guy, former Buckeye, now NBC sports analyst, and man who knows how to put a good plate of food together, Joshua Perry, joining us. Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Joshua, good morning. Did the weekend involve any food adventures for you before we get into the football?
Not any adventures. We cooked. We hosted, my wife and I, this weekend. So I did chicken and waffles, bought a deep fryer, which was clutch, and then waffles, from scratch, bacon and eggs. And then we had the kind of lunch side of it as well with ham. My mom made mac and cheese and potato salad. Maddie's grandfather made mashed potatoes, which were really good. And then I made a caramel pound cake and a blueberry cobbler. So we were doing the damn thing for the food for Easter.
The only note I have on that is if it was a lemon pound cake, it might have got a song stuck in some people's heads. But other than that, I love all of it. Sounds great. When's the invite coming?
It was, well, whenever, actually. Yes, Tyvis, is my thing is cooking. I don't do very much around the house very well outside of that. So if you want a plate, I've got ways to get people plates.
There we go. I like that.
I'm happy for you, Josh. What'd you say the dessert was again?
I had the blueberry cobbler and the caramel pound cake.
Interesting. I want to ask you about Donald Trump signed an executive order to fix college football. Will it work? That's my question for you.
I guess maybe. Here's the thing that I don't think people realize is an executive order isn't like law, right? Like it basically tells the federal government how it should operate. Like the executive has to follow it. Certainly it provides a framework for what a new law maybe should look like or what Congress should do. But this idea that like now everybody has to follow this rule of, you got 5 years and you can't transfer freely, like they're going to go to court. And I'm pretty sure that if it goes to court, they would probably say like, yeah, I mean, like, too bad you guys aren't playing college football in the White House or, in the executive branch, because this doesn't really apply to what we're doing out in the world, because there's not a thing that we can really, there's not a legitimate mechanism until there are laws created. So you talk to the Twitter lawyers, that's what they would tell you. They tell you that about collegiate athletics. They tell you that about executive orders when it comes to other things. So the conference commissioners have put out statements saying that they would like to follow the guidance. So I know this is something that people want, but I think that the conference commissioners have always wanted to follow such guidance, and the athletes are like, yeah, no, screw that. Like, this is, you're holding me back and you're breaking the law, and I'm going to take you to court and I'm going to win. And that's just kind of how they've been doing it. So we'll see what happens. I think the right idea here is now at least this is kind of like here's a green light so you guys can actually create a law with a framework that works for everybody. And this kind of is the go ahead for Congress to do something, but they got their hands full right now with a lot of other things. I'm not exactly sure that this is going to be the solution here.
Well, that's a fair point too. Yeah. I looked at this and they said you have 5 years to play 5 seasons of college football. And am I wrong? Like, didn't the framing used to always be it's 5 years to play 4, which is why you would get like a medical red shirt if you got halfway through a season and blew out your knee, you'd get that extra year, but it's still to play 4 seasons of college football. So I'm still confused on how you would take 5 years to play. Where's the 5th season coming from? Can Bruce Thornton come back and play for Buckeye basketball since that one didn't make sense to me, but maybe I need to get on Twitter and talk to the Twitter lawyers about that too. I don't know.
We should. So
did we lose Josh? I don't know. The phone broke up there. Are you still there, Josh? I think we may have lost Joshua Perry. We'll try to get him back in a second. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm with both of you. It just seems like that's going to be a difficult thing to make stick in the world of the current.
It's one of those things that what's you're saying, taking the toothpaste out the tube and putting it back in, whatever you said,
toothpaste container,
whatever it is. That's this. Like I just don't think that it's going to work.
It's hard to do. Joshua is back with us now, I think. So, yeah, Joshua, I'm curious to switch gears here when it comes to, pro days have happened. We had the combine. Everybody did that. Draft still is not till the end of this month. So what are you doing with your time now as a former player who was in that process? What were you doing in between? Do you just, you can't probably sit on your hands and do nothing, but what do you do with that nervous energy for the next few weeks while you're waiting to find out where you're going?
A lot of working out. I mean, if you're Tyvis, you get on the game. And I was never a play the game kind of guy. So that was not for me. So you work out. If you have any workouts with teams or you have any top 30 visits, this is typically the time where it goes down. Your agent's talking to you about potential fits, and these guys like you, and, blah, blah, blah. And then, that's really it. The rest of it is completely out of your control. So it's a stressful time. It's a fun time, no doubt. And, you get to kind of imagine yourself in a bunch of scenarios. But in terms of trying to stay busy, and the reality, too, is that this is really the first time, free time your whole life. If you're somebody like me who played 3 sports as a kid and everybody just got done with their collegiate career where free time was just not plentiful. So that's an adjustment in and of itself. But you're taking visits, you're doing the workouts for teams, and you're playing a little 2K.
I like that. That's not bad. Joshua, I need to ask you, you work for NBC, you cover the Big Ten. Are you rooting for the Wolverines tonight?
Am I rooting for Michigan? Not a chance in hell.
Come on.
I will say this.
He's a Big Ten guy.
I like narratives. And I love what has been going on in college football in the last 3 years. And now we get the opportunity to do the Big Ten football championship plus women's hoops, which I don't know how many people watched that game. It was a little bit shocking to see Dawn Staley, who was one of my favorite coaches, get out coached. I mean, they couldn't buy a bucket, which was bad, period, but they couldn't figure out how to defend. They just didn't have a lot of answers offensively. They had no ways to attack the paint with Lauren Betts in there. And watching that was really intriguing, but you got the Big Ten women's basketball national championship, and then we can finish it off here if Michigan does their thing with a men's hoops championship. So for the narrative, I would definitely be one of those people that was like, oh, man, the South, what are they doing down there? Y'all stink. But I'm not going to root for Michigan. That's just not in it.
No, I can't do that. And I also can't really stand the idea that Ohio State was interviewing one of the 2 head coaches who are in this game tonight. Yeah. And he was a finalist for the job, apparently. And then whatever happened, I don't know. I would love to know what happened.
They about to do well in the transfer portal.
Did you see that Did you see that Dusty May took the team out to the football stadium and had them shoot baskets in the big house because he said, well, when we go to play in Indianapolis, that's a football stadium, and we're going to have that backdrop. It's going to be difficult. So let's get your depth percent. The guy is on another level when it comes to coaching.
I mean, I'm here for it, but also that's one stadium is a big ass outdoor stadium, and the other one is just a regular size enclosed stadium. So it feels like something you do for social media to pat you on the back.
Well, maybe.
I get it, but Bone, I would just suggest this for you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
I am aware. Trust me.
And I feel like right now you're struggling with the comparison game right now. So let's take a deep breath.
Well, J. Cole said there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. So there you go.
There you go. See, these are all, thank you guys for bringing me back to reality. I appreciate that. I will try to keep this in mind as I look at the transfer portal this year for college basketball. I'm excited to do that. Joshua, thanks for the time. We'll talk next week, all right?
All right, take care.
There you go. Joshua Perry on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Yeah, I also saw that Dan Hurley, have you seen the shooting percentages that Illinois had?
No.
So
it was terrible.
Well, Illinois has been a pretty good offensive team.
They shot 27% or 33% from the three? It's 6 of 26 or something, right?
Yeah. Well, they were not at their top of their game, let's put it that way. In this game over the weekend, UConn beat Illinois to get to the national championship game in the Final Four, right? UConn scored in their last – these are the lowest point totals for Illinois basketball the last couple years, all right? 2024 Elite Eight, they played UConn. They scored 52 points. Then their next lowest score was November 28th of this past basketball season, 2025, against UConn, 61 points Illinois scored. In the Final Four versus UConn, they scored 62 points. The three lowest point totals that Illinois has had in any basketball game the last 3 seasons, have been playing UConn. That's defense. That's coaching.
It's called kryptonite.
It's tough.
Kryptonite.
It's going to be a good matchup tonight, and I'm going to hate all of it. That's what I know.
You can't root for one side.
No, I can't. I'm either rooting for Dan Hurley or Michigan. No.
Which one?
Neither.
This is the tough life that we chose.
WNBA draft is 1 week away. I'm going to focus on that. That's all. The Cavs are in the playoffs. I'm going to focus on that. I don't want to watch this game tonight, but I will. We'll hit the buzzer coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning. Well, right now, still not seeing any major crashes to report out there. That's some pretty great news. But hey, just in case you were heading out towards Marysville, we are seeing construction happening right now, causing some traffic too. About a 6-minute delay, 33 in that westbound direction. The construction basically between State Route 245 all the way towards US 36 in that eastbound direction, down to 1 lane out there, folks. Looking pretty slow moving. 26 miles per hour for your speeds. Keep that in mind. Go slow and be cautious of crew members that are out on the scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 5.99% APR, 6.02% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
We're hiring at Don's Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at donsgaragedoors.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes. But have you seen our inventory? With over 1,000 new Hyundais to choose from, there's no need to settle at glakeshyundai.com. Find a new Palisade with the exact options you need, or a new Tucson in that color you have been seeing around town. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings and selection are so good.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. As a longtime homeowner, I know how it goes when it comes to things that need to be fixed around the house and you just haven't gotten to them. Like maybe that leaky faucet that always has a drip. You think about it, but you never take care of it, and now it's just a part of the house. It's character. Maybe it's your windows that are always sticking and you can't get them open. So you just don't think about it. Who cares? Except now the weather's nice. You want to open the windows, and again, you can't because they're not fixed. Get new windows from Window Nation. They've made it easy to get top quality custom fit windows with their "the more you buy, the more you save" sale. You could save up to 50% off all your windows. Plus, you could get them with 0 interest for 5 years. Did you know investing in your home is actually one of the best investments you can make, especially in uncertain times? Experts report that windows retain 80% of their value. Energy efficient, beautiful windows from Window Nation with great deals going on now. Schedule your free consultation at windownation.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Roth. Been looking for TRT that's flexible enough for your lifestyle? Head to Low T Center, the #1 name in TRT. Choose testosterone shots, pills, or enclomiphene. Pay with insurance or out of pocket, and even have your treatment shipped to your door. And now, Low T Center is offering new peptides, new treatments, and more. Boost your energy, your libido, and your confidence for results you can feel. Book your free testosterone test now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Hey, it's Bo Bishop here. You've heard me talk about High Bank Spirits, but the food is just as good. Brunch worth planning your weekend around. Seasonal dinners perfect for date night or game night. Plus, kids eat half off every Monday. Find menus and locations at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save $15 on any oil change. Offer includes a free tire rotation, and you'll earn $7 toward your next service with Duramax dollars. Offer ends April 30th. See store for details.
Email from a listener. What exactly is Common Man and Timmy supposed to be? How can I put this? A couple of immature men who love to have mindless conversation, laugh, and dabble in sports and farts.
Weekdays at 3.
And there you go, The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. If your kid is complaining about not wanting to go to school, blast the volume on this show. You won't have any more problems. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Joining the program, the guy who's in charge of pushing all the buttons and making sure Bo Bishop looks good, Ryan Baker. What's going on, Baker? How was your Easter?
Now, hold on a second here. Hold on a second.
There's no show without Baker.
I have nothing to do with how good Bo Bishop looks.
They won't be able to see Bo if it wasn't for you.
That man looks great regardless.
They would not see Bo Bishop if you didn't push the button.
Yeah, but I have nothing to do with his look. I mean, he looks swell all on his own.
He does.
I think a personal stylist is in order. Maybe you should maybe change up the look for Bo.
You think? Whoa.
See what happens.
Bo said that he would never not shave or he would never shave his beard again. Because he said with TV he always had to keep it clean shaved.
I thought he said he does it once a year.
I thought he said he wouldn't do it no more because as a rebellion.
I'm going to ask him. I do it as a rebellion. Because I had to, for one of my previous jobs, the second week of August in 2015. The last time I have razor shaved my face.
All the way down.
All the way down.
You took everything
I used to work at a delivery company that had the color brown prominent in them, and you had to be clean shaven. So I put in my
mustache either?
Well, you could do a mustache as long as it didn't go past the corner of your lips, which is crazy because then you just look like some creepy porn star or whatever. But you could do that.
You look like Eric Reeser.
Well, no, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Tom Selleck is about the only person that looks like Eric Reeser with a mustache. So, I mean, there's only a few of those that God graced us with on this earth. But yeah, so I put in my 2 weeks, and that last week I didn't shave, so it's the second week. 2015 August.
Now you did get to go to the UFL, the Aviators game. How was the experience?
I did go. It was a good experience.
As a media guy.
This is what I will say. There was no doubt that Columbus would show out for this. And historic Crew Stadium, it was not a sellout, but they did open a lot of seats that they didn't plan on. There were over 15,000 there.
Okay.
The crowd was into it from the beginning. The weather, for the most part, held up. The rain, for the most part, stayed away. There was a little bit right before and some sprinkles throughout. But it was good. The one thing I will say, though, they're going to have to do something about this, and I don't know what they can do. There was 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first half. It was 8:55.
Oh, yeah.
They went to halftime at 9:35.
What time the game started?
It started like 8.
You said, whoa. Say that one more time. They went to halftime at what time?
9:35.
Yeah, that's not
but
okay.
But it was 40 minutes.
That's not okay.
40 minutes to play 4 minutes.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense either. Why?
There
massive teamy timeouts?
There was a couple scores. There was there was a couple turnovers. It was crazy.
That doesn't. Yeah, that's. Look, I have as someone who spent a lot of late nights at Crew Stadium over the years watching, the Crew play there. Like a late night for me at the stadium was like 10 p.m. because most Crew games got over by 9:15.
2.5 hours. Boom.
Yeah, right.
Say it was at 3 minutes and 55 seconds.
3 minutes and 38 seconds. And the only reason
it was 8:55.
The only reason I know this is I was sitting right next to Dave Holmes, and he was trying to figure out if he was going to be able to do a live shot there that night at 11 o'clock. And he's like timing this out, and it's like somebody pulled the Jake brake on this thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. 4 minutes to play, or 40 minutes to play 4 actual game minutes.
And then you had
what do they think they are, an NBA end of game? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, then you had the concert at halftime, so halftime was longer. Yeah. And there was just a big lull in the middle of this thing.
Yeah, how did Gavin DeGraw sound?
I mean, he sounded okay. It was all right.
Is that your type of music?
I mean, I knew a couple of the songs, but I didn't know them all. Him and Maverick, the mascot for the Aviators, danced a little bit.
That's good. That's your guy?
That's a good name.
Let him live.
It was a Maverick or Jet, I guess, but Jet's already taken in this town. So.
Yeah. Where does Maverick rank amongst like Stinger? What's the Clippers mascot?
Lucille?
Yeah.
You don't know Lucille?
No.
She's a seal, Tyvis. That's why her name is Lucille. She is.
Thank you.
Speaking of this, you were the match igniter for a Jackets game this year. We need to get you. Let's talk to Bob McElligott. Let's get you to throw out a first pitch this year.
I'm trying to. I just want to steal first.
We're working on getting.
You're not stealing first. To second.
I know.
Why do y'all think that?
I'll give you credit. You'll get 1 or 2 out of 10.
I only need 1 attempt.
You don't need. You need. I'm
10. Gonna get there so fast.
I know you.
I'm not even gonna slide.
I know you say. I know
not
you
even,
say.
Dylan, not even gonna slide. I'm not even gonna get dirty.
I know you say that Usain Bolt is a distant cousin, but you are not Usain Bolt.
Now, here's what I would say.
We'll see.
If this is and this
Set
is
it
the
up, Clippers.
This is the complete.
Set it up.
All right, but Tyvis, I want to know because I want a real test for you. If we just set it up where there's no one holding you on first, you can take whatever lead you want to.
No. We got somebody on first.
Okay,
I want it to
and
be
the pitcher
like
can
actual,
throw over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm saying,
I want this to be,
if that's the case,
I want this to be as close game simulated, but in a practice setting.
I'm saying if that's the case, then there's no chance.
You're crazy.
If you could take whatever lead you wanted to and all that stuff without, then no, you might have a chance there.
I'm gonna be one of the rare people that if I get caught in a rundown, I'm gonna escape.
Okay, good.
I'm going to go across the hall, and I'm going to talk to the Juice Brethren.
Okay, sure.
And I'm going to get this on the poll tomorrow.
Sure, that's fine.
What is a greater percent chance that happens? That Tyvis steals the base, that he doesn't slide because he's thrown out by that much, that he gets picked off, or that his hamstring goes kaput?
The hamstring ain't going kaput. I tell you that now. The
Snapped Achilles.
Hamstring is fine. I'm about to go get on the glute ham raise machine. So just for this competition.
Was that something from Easter?
Glute ham raise? It sounds delicious.
See, that's y'all problem.
Glute ham?
That's why y'all got weak hamstrings.
That sounds good.
Do you stretch before you do this?
What is that?
Oh, no, he don't even ask him. Because the line I asked him once about stretching, he says, cheetahs, what did you say about
cheetahs? Don't stretch.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And former football players do blow out Achilles all the time. I'm just saying, be careful with that. That's all. All right,
I love the confidence.
Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, so White Castle debuting a new menu item. Tyvis is very interested in this as someone who loves to eat fast food like me.
I'm going there today.
All right. As part of the Southwest-inspired lineup, the company is introducing a new chicken fajita slider. Sandwich features a crispy chicken patty topped with grilled onions and peppers, jalapeno cheese, and green chili aioli. This goes along with the fact that they are also have out there their limited time jalapeno cravioli. I think it's how you say it, cravioli. I mean, it's ravioli. It's fried ravioli, but it's got like jalapeno peppers and cream cheese, seasoned cornmeal breading, served with green chili aioli. So they have that and the sandwich available at
These are
locations
sliders.
starting on Monday.
Sandwich is a slider.
The sandwich is a slider. And
so
then
give me like 4 of them.
Hey, that's good. I like the fact that you're saying I'll just eat one. I thought is where you would go, but you're going to eat 4?
No, it's a little slider. It's like,
that's perfect.
It's about that big.
There we
right?
go.
Yeah,
See?
like 4 of them.
The foodie on the show, Tyvis Powell. All right. I have heard that Wendy's has screwed up their spicy chicken. I'm going to go try that today, and I'm going to report back tomorrow. That's what I'm going to look into.
I might go to Buc-ee's today.
Oh, yeah, that opened too. Great. Tomorrow. Lots of food talk and Hot Take Tuesday. That's all coming up tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Monday. We will see you then. Bishop and Friends is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
New construction in southeast Columbus starting tonight. First up is going to be some lane closures 70 westbound between 18th Street to James Road. That's until Friday, too. 7 o'clock at night tonight until 5 the next morning. Also keep in mind, ramps will be closed in this area as well. That includes that 33 westbound ramp to 70 westbound. Just Monday and Tuesday, though. Just 2 days, folks. 9 o'clock at night till 5 the next morning. Here's that detour. 33 westbound. Continue past that ramp over towards Livingston Avenue. From there, just cut back onto 70 over on that westbound direction.